The road to the top is a riddle. What will be my destiny? Money and fame are awaiting, but not enough is raining on me. Maybe I should give it all up. How much more can I take? Out here singing to the heavens. When I gonna get my break? I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. How will I get out of the jungle? Everybody wanna stop me. 10 more steps up the mountain. Now everybody's looking for me. Spend my life in the desert till something changed inside of me. Now I'm flying over oceans. Everybody looking at me. I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Full power, get louder. I'ma get strong, just watch me. Full power, get louder. I'ma get strong, just watch me. Every hour, no doubter. Gonna hear my song, just watch me. Every hour, no doubter. I can run this town. Somebody give me the key. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. No more doubt about me. Oh, I can run this town. Don't you know I got the Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown. Order up that beat just like it's takeout. Show me you got soul inside those new shoes. And you can rock and roll with an attitude. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. You're the new MC, you got the remix. Keep it on repeat, just let the beat kick. Everywhere you go, you bring the roof down. Everybody knows you got your own sound. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Yeah, you like it, the way you like it. Oh, yeah, you like it, the way you like it now. Yeah, you like it, the way you like it. Oh, so good, so fresh. Get up on your feet. Show me you got soul. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown.
I'll keep going till my feet become blown. I'll keep going till my feet become blown. I'll keep going till my feet become blown. I'll keep going till my till my speaker calm. I'll keep going till my speaker calm low. 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 Till my speaker calm. I'll keep going till my speaker calm low. I'll keep going till my speaker calm low. I'll keep going till my speaker calm low. I'll keep going till my speaker calm low.
Sometimes you gotta pray for a victory. Yeah, I'm overzealous when I'm thinking about the cash flow. I never had no handouts, just came natural. I've been tested so much, all these wrestlers nice. All these different situations that I've been through. I seen pain trying to creep in through the window, but now I'm sliding through the hood in a Benzo. You gotta separate yourself just to elevate. I keep some drink in my cup to see through the hate. Sometimes on the road to glory, you gotta press the brakes. I got a lesson plan for all my past mistakes. I swear I'm proud of all my best and my worst days. Proud of all my feet when I touch the ground. Front of A to Beijing, man, they know the sound. I know I made mistakes, but my mama proud. Fans scream my lyrics out in the background. They ain't know me then, but I'm hot now. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. I'm faced with a lot of different choices these days. Do a rock and Rolex account or blue face. The whole world know my name off a mixtape. I still got the same brothers since 6th grade. G-Wagon, red seats, we on Biscayne. Trips to the Florida Keys, we imported these. Thanking God for the life he afforded me. All this jewelry on my body, I could like the hood. I need a brown skinned chick just like Megan Good. Holding up every promise that I ever made. Music in the background, it's a serenade. Been rapping 10 years, boy, this ain't a phase. I paid dues, paid rent, and I stayed the same. I had teardrops running down my face. I've been through a lot, I had real pain. But thank God, cause we really on a better days. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. What's a life without sacrifice? Sometimes you gotta thank God and just roll the dice. Pacino.
The road to the top is a riddle. What will be my destiny? Money and fame are awaiting, but not enough is raining on me. Maybe I should give it all up. How much more can I take? I'll keep singing to the heavens. When I gonna get my break? I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. this is a shakedown. Order up that beat just like it's takeout. Show me you got soul inside those new shoes, and you can rock and roll with an attitude. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. You're the new MC, you got the remix. Keep it on repeat, just let the beat kick. Everywhere you go, you bring the roof down. Everybody knows you got your own sound. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Yeah, you like it, the way you like it. Oh, yeah, you like it, the way you like it now. Yeah, you like it, the way you like it. Oh, so good, so fresh. Get up on your feet. Show me you got soul. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown.
ESL presents ESL Challenger League in partnership with Intel, Acer Predator, DHL, and Kidia.
Welcome everybody to ESL Challenger League Season 50 Asia Cup 3 Grand Finals. A little bit of a mouthful there, but we have been building up to this. The Huns versus Rare Atom. Now, those of you with keen eyes will know that maybe we're a little bit late. Couple of technical issues and stuff behind the scenes, but we are here and we are ready to go. And I'm pretty excited for this one. I'm here with JRT. It is a pleasure to finally cast with you. I know you came on a little bit last minute to this, but how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. I'm excited to get into the action here in the Grand Final. It's been a while since I've covered Asia. In fact, the last time I covered Rare Atom, I think was at one of the Challenger events. Maybe it was Rotterdam. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, it's been a while. But I really love this squad. Obviously, they've changed a lot since that time. It's been a very long time. I think it's an entirely new squad, but I still really appreciate, the Asia scene in general. It's always exciting.
Yep, and so there you can see it's technically the lower bracket run there for Rare Atom. They got sent down by none other than the Huns. So a rematch for vengeance is what we have here, and a place in the regional finals. Now, one of these two teams has already qualified. Rare Atom, they won Cup number 2, securing themselves in the regional division. Unfortunately, the Huns haven't yet qualified. If Rare Atom win this, that means there's going to be one less team in that regional division. That means that the 4 slots goes down to 3 in that bracket, making everyone's life a little bit easier. So Rare Atom, a win here would just double their chances. Let's take a look at the veto quickly. Ancient and Dust 2 going to be our first 2 maps. And Ancient, a map that very heavily favors the Huns here. Not a great showing recently from Rare Atom in terms of win rate, sitting at about 38%. So it's going to be maybe a tricky first map, but straight into the action. We're speed running it. We're getting back on track here, and here we are into the pistol round.
All right, let's jump right into it. We got Rare Atom coming through with Child King, Merrick, Lee Hang, Summer, and Tiger, and on the side of the Huns, Zero LT, I don't even, Zero. Zerolt, there we go. Oh my god, my brain's not working this morning. Score 9, Bartak, and Cobra Zera, and Zerolt gonna get a 3K. Glad we worked out the name early on because he is looking great here for the Huns. A 5v2 already.
Exactly. 2 players backside. Smoke's going to be doing a whole lot of heavy lifting to hold them at bay, but as they fade now, here comes the plan. What do they got to do to get back into this? Try and isolate these fights, and unfortunately, Bart gets the first, and then that is going to be it. A 4K for Zerolt in this round. And, I mean, we've speed ran through this. We've speed ran through the pistol. Maybe now we get a little bit of a chance to cool down, because Rare Atom, they're not going to have much going into this.
Yeah, it's only going to be the pistols coming through on the side of a Rare Atom. I mean, maybe a force buy? Okay, now they are going to force it up. They're going to try for something here. A couple of MP9s. And I saw a Bison there for a second. I haven't seen a Bison in competitive play in a very long time. Chalkin's like, no, it was a mistake. Misclick. Or sold it immediately.
Calm down. It would have been, what a world we would have seen. We got the CZ, which I wouldn't argue is anywhere near as crazy as the Bison, but still a rare breed in this day and age. However, it is going to be a little bit of a pick from the AK here to kick us off. Bartak, another pick, and that's just going to be consolidating this. They forced into this, so Rare Atom, they need to find something out of this investment.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anything's going to happen, though. As only Merrick and Tiger left standing. Obviously, any frag matters on that CT side because it gives additional $50 in the bank account. But as it stands, I don't see much of that happening because it is the Huns in full control.
It's looking distinctly unlikely. Maybe they hunt down these final few picks, but still early days. They're going to want to keep hold of these weapons, not give over, as you said, that pesky $50 per kill that they can secure. So it is just going to be letting them live for now. And it's a difficult way to start. You force into that second round of CTs. The economy is nothing short of punishing.
Yeah, and I mean, look, this is technically a rematch of the upper bracket final, right? With Rare Atom not faring well in that upper bracket final. They lost 13-9 on Ancient and 13-5 on Mirage. Dust 2 would have been the third map there. So this time around, it's a mix-up, right? Ancient is picked through by the Huns again, but instead of Rare Atom going to Mirage, they go to Dust 2, which I think is, a good idea for them. It is their second most picked map, but also their best map statistically, right? Sitting at 12-4.
Yeah.
So I think it's a great decision, but I don't know if the result's going to change much because on the other side, I think the Huns are pretty good on Dust 2, if I recall correctly.
67% win rate, so not much worse. A couple less reps on it, but I mean, right. I won't do the maths on how much of a difference that is, but it's minute percentages between them. And I mean, it's not going to be an easy veto either way. The Huns were pretty decided in their victory a couple of days ago. But it's early days still. Too soon to call, but it's definitely off to a nice start here. Nice early damage as well onto Summer is just going to have them on edge here as they creep forward ever so slightly. But actually, this B bomb side activity, it's all but a little bit of a ruse for the real play over towards A. I say actually as they maybe sort of pause for a second, wonder if B-side actually might be as free as they'd like.
Rare Atom. Still just running through with a lighter buy. They haven't had their full rifles out yet, so we'll see if they're able to strike in that next round. But right here, obviously, they're hoping to get something done. Thought we were seeing some lag there for a second. Sorry. We're okay.
Yeah, I'm seeing a little bit. I know there's been a couple of tech issues, but score with the first two. And it's just a clean sweep in. Lihan gets one in exchange, and it's good damage from the HE, but it feels kind of consolation prize-esque. Score's going to hear a couple of little footsteps, won't go chasing. They've cleared out sight. They heard the last, and actually, maybe they do go hunting. Maybe they've got the money. Maybe they really just want to make sure that this one AK doesn't get across and keep them in financial straits.
Yeah, I don't think it would be necessarily that bad of an idea to go for the hunt, especially 9, who's only on the MP9. There's Bartak gone, so I imagine now Li Hang will be left alone. You don't want to risk too much in this round. Okay, no, 9 will still try to chase it with that MP9. I mean, yeah, I don't blame them, but Li Hang pressured immensely. 9 upgrades to the AK that favors him now as he peeks around the corner, and Li Hang is gone. They do not allow Rare Atom to save a single thing and force them to spend all of their money here heading into round number 4.
Yeah, definitely unfortunate, but they've got enough money to actually get a proper buy out here. They're not even really missing too much utility amidst all of this. I am a little bit worried about the singular solitary kit. But having said that, I feel like a lot of this game has been decided in the early round. There we go. I was going to say 9 didn't have a weapon, but had the money. I got a little bit scared for a second, but back to normalcy, and Tiger, the AWP, might be the difference breaker. He needs to get himself on that scoreboard. And actually, the only person who's got on the kill feed yet has been Li Hang, and other people needing to step up in this round specifically to stop this sort of early quarter getting away from them.
Yeah, and also preventing it from being just a repeat of that previous matchup, right? Rare Atom are hoping to be more competitive against the Huns, but, you look at the Huns lately, it's been fantastic results. The only loss they've had recently is up against VP. Outside of that, regionally, they have looked absolutely untouchable for the most part, although Bartek going to get a frag onto Summer. Merrick going to get a couple back, although that'll only be those two as he gets shut down immediately afterwards. Tiger going to try and pick up the pieces here. Li Hang in a good spot from Temple will strike onto 9, and it's only Zerold left in a 1v2, and the bomb wasn't planted. So this is a chance at recovery for Rare Atom.
Yeah, 50 seconds is a little bit of time to work with, but he was on the other side of the map, so it's been a little bit of a marathon to get back over here. Has to be wary, the AWP hanging around here. Ooh, just slips the net there. And it wouldn't be... You know, you could forgive not going for this here. You've got the money to if you want, but it's a dire situation with so little HP that no one's going to blame me for just wanting to walk away. That's the play.
Certainly not. And I mean, look, he still keeps the AK, the armor, and the smoke as well, and the rest of the squad can buy up, so it's actually not that bad of an idea to go for the save. But Rare Adam, a nice recovery. And I do want to mention, although, you know, it was a month ago, and a month in Counter-Strike is kind of a long time, but Rare Adam did win 2-0 up against Huns in Challenger League. I believe it was maybe in a previous cup, probably.
I think it was the last cup,
Yeah, you're right. So, but it was in overtime on Ancient, 16-13, and then Mirage was a 13-9 win for Rare Adam as well. But then that was quickly flipped around on its head, just 2 days ago. So I think those recent results probably bear more weight than the ones that happened that little while ago.
Yeah, we could talk about recency bias, but we've also got a caveat there. As you said, a month in esports is years in almost any other sector. And so I'd be curious to see if they can keep this momentum up. As you said, regionally, this is the only team that they've had any sort of difficulty against. And even then, it's kind of been shrugged off a little bit. Now, round 5... Not going to have anybody really looking for this mid control from the side of Rare Atoms. It's just going to be joking. A little bit of a passive hold here from Donut, and they've realized they've got a lot of space to work with. Can just dice up this map.
Nine moving into Red Room. Summer on the other side. The Huns will get that first frag. Cobra Zera finds it. I haven't said his name at all. That's his first frag coming through here. Zerolt finds the next. He's been doing a lot of damage, up to 7 now. And this is guns out for Rare Adam, and it's not looking that great. Li Hang has a chance to have some impact here, assuming that the Huns decide to go B. If he gets the first, that'll be good. There we go. First found. Has to get the second too. Does that as well. Li Hang doing the job here to bring it back to a 3v3, but 9 lines, almost 2 up. Some are lucky to get out of that duel alive and find the frag. It's down to even numbers again.
And that bomb's going to go down, timer above their head. No kits available either, so the longer that they can stall this out. But utility all but depleted here. A single flashbang is going to be used for that swing for Cobra Zera. And it's a first pick. It's amazing. But Child King, they've got absolutely no idea. He's found an amazing timing. He's isolated the first fight, spins around, knows that the other was backside. Just going to tap this out, hoping not to get sprayed away through the box and force Cobra Zera into the fight. But unfortunately, the Cobra strikes back. And there's going to be a 4th on the board. Yes, it's a little bit down to the wire, but it's still looking decisive.
Oh, yeah. I love the excitement of Asian CS, honestly. It's just non-stop action.
What is
as
a
the
timeout?
Huns. What's that?
What even is a timeout? I feel we get a timeout off the back of a tech pause, but yeah, it's sort of all or nothing. That you're going and going and going, and then you stop. There's nothing really in between.
Yep, as we do have some technical issues coming through. Hopefully it won't last long. I'm hearing some clicking, so I'm assuming that means we're good. Yes, we are. We're back into the action.
Yeah.
Tech pauses, Asian CS style. They don't last long.
Honestly, fair enough. Yeah. Look, things that won't last long. I have a feeling this buy won't last long against the Huns here. Just a couple of P250s, a couple of 5.7s, and poor Tiger's got absolutely nothing there. Saving up money, I'm assuming, so they can get the AWP back out once again, or at least try to. The Huns straight away into Cheetah. They are not slowing down for anything.
Ooh, Cobra Zera going to take care of Summer after Summer gets the opener. That's impressive to say the least, with the hero rifle striking true. Now Rare Adam are left with only the pistols, and I mean, they got rifles bearing down on them still. I mean, those pistols can pack a punch, especially the 5.7s. They have one of those towards the B site. Li Hang holding close ramp. No one engaging with him so far, and the Huns, I think rightfully so, are going to pump the brakes here in this round.
Yeah, you lost the opening pick. You've taken heavy fire. You've got to try and reestablish some semblance of a plan. And they're stacked up in the right general area that, you know, we can see with the X-ray and the minimap and all of the glorious things we get as casters. But they have a distinct lack of information. Marek might be able to find a little bit of info, but actually has just missed Cobra Zero. 9 backs away. Actually, oh, no, looks back at the right second. It'd have to be an immaculate swing here, and I don't think it's going to happen. Head spotted. It's messy, but gets the job done.
All right, well, good job by the Huns taking a step back here and then readjusting and reaggressing into the B site. Marek will get a frag and an upgrade to an AK. Child King trying to sneak around, but he's been spotted. There is no sneaking allowed here on the side of the Huns. Now Child King will readjust himself to long B. Short B will be taken care of by Marek, but Marek is fragged out quickly, and so does Child King fall in his wake. 5-1 for the Huns.
Yeah, it's as good a start as you could ask for realistically, and it doesn't look like they're stopping now. Guns finally in the hands of Rare Atom again, but in my mind, this has got to be a round win for them to reignite some hope and stop this really slipping away, because 5 already on the T side of Ancient is, you know, at a bare minimum pretty good. Anything more on top of this is amazing, and you've got, you know, round after round still left, 5 available for them just to extend this lead after this. So, round win here would be kind of crucial.
Incendiary flies right in the position of Bartak. He has to use his smoke there, and they're going to definitely riddle that position with bullets. They do try that, but eventually fade off because they're a little worried about the peek coming from Connector, and I can't really blame them, as there was a player lurking around in the shadows. Nade going to sail on forward. Red Room connects onto Marek. Look at the damage that's been done to the Huns, although Marek continues to eat nade damage.
Poor Marek, man. Give the man a break. And it's the fact he's got a teammate there. He's got Summer there who's just watched all of these nades go over and is completely unaffected by them. Mid-control, they've got a lot of control here, and I was going to say, score good to go round and through spawn. Mid could have been a little bit of a problem there. B-site, they've got a foothold on it, but there's still these clear, long lines of sight, and there's only one smoke available to cut one side off here, and decisions have to be made. Flash goes over, it's the left-hand side they're going to clear, but they're not ready for Child King, already on the flank.
Child King gonna get another one back, and it's going to go the way of Rare Atom in the end. Marek taking care of score, and finally a second round found for them. Something to celebrate at the very least. And you see on the other side, the Huns, because a lot of these rounds actually have been kind of tightly contested, you see the Huns running a little short on cash for Zerult and Cobra Zera, but I think overall they should be able to buy here, just settling for some Tech 9s in the mix, and that's exactly what's going to happen. 3 AKs, and actually Cobra Zera does not even want a pistol upgrade. I mean, he does, but he's not going to get one, surprisingly, because Score could have actually even bought him a Mac 10, but decides to keep the money instead. Marek finds Score, so he's dead. There's a gun to be picked up off the ground, you'd imagine. Lots of damage done to Child King and Marek. Yeah, karma.
Don't drop your teammates, that's what happens. Rare Atom is looking out here for the little guy. Okay. They've cut through all the way to Red Room, but Bartek's going to get caught overextending with no support and no utility to help him around the corner. Back through mid. They've got a bit of control there. Child King just going to put out a smoke to tell them that Donut really is out of bounds there. Funnel them in towards Marek and Red Room potentially. Otherwise, they're just going to sit on their hands for a second. They've still got a bit of time to play with, but they are taking their sweet time.
Cobra Zera finding Tiger, and the follow-up on Child King. What patience shown by the Huns, and then when they activate, absolutely exploding like dynamite into the A site. planting the bomb and looking to do more explosions here post-plant. But Cobra Zera takes care of Summer. Merrick and Lee Hang, the last two standing. And Merrick will slip out of Temple. Does he get the damage done? Yes, he does. And now the last two players are kind of trapped in Donut. The problem for Rare Atom? No utility.
None at all to try and halt this, but they don't need it. Marek, there's the first. Cobra Zero desperately trying to spray down, manages to take the defuser off.
Kit.
And the issue is there's no kits, and I don't think there's time.
It's going to be close. Down to the wire here, but Rare Atom? No, they don't get it by half a second. They fall short. Lee Hang in tatters. And it's 6-2 for the Huns. Wow, that's crazy to think that Rare Atom got that close but just could not seal it due to the lack of the kit.
It's so unfortunate. You hate rounds like that. All it was is that kill comes through half a second earlier. It's all done. It's all over. It's a round on the board, 3-5. Suddenly, that gap doesn't look too bad now, but 2-6 starting to extend that lead early on. And it's expensive, and we can talk about that, but it's expensive for both sides there. It's kind of a little bit scorched earth is, if we won't have economic stability, neither shall you. Into another tech pause. This one maybe a little bit more serious because it seems that we are down to only 9 players in the server. Plus, I'm assuming 2 coaches hovering around somewhere.
Yeah, we can just throw the coaches in if we need to.
It's happened on ECLs before. North America is a prime example of it.
Yep. Yeah, I know that all too well. I've seen it many a time.
I'm preaching to the chapel there.
Absolutely. But as we continue to wait here, I mean, overall, we've seen some close rounds, which is nice, from both these squads. But it feels like overall, when push comes to shove, the Huns have the edge on Rare Atom. And I mean, not necessarily a surprise when you have players like Child King and Tiger on this roster. 1.15 rating for Child King over the last 3 months and Tiger at 1.12. On the other side, you do have strong performers as well. Score and 9 being the actually higher rated than Child King and Tiger at 1.19, 1.18. Just that they can't seem to figure out. Or excuse me, I mixed that up. That's reverse that, please. Rare Atom have Child King and Tiger, and the Huns have Score and 9 at 1.19 and 1.18 rating. So there you go. In fact, 4 of the 5 players on the squad have a rating above 1.08 on the Huns.
That's pretty good going. That's ridiculously good going, actually. And a lot of that has been just a real uptake recently. And that's been really nice to see because for a while it was, Lin Vision kind of running the scene. And, Rare Atom, they had their kind of eras. It's certainly been an interesting one, but the Huns now getting their name back into this is exciting to see. The region as a whole seems to be looking in a pretty healthy spot ecosystem-wise, so that's always good. The Huns, yeah, it's a victory, but they are walking wounded into this round. Tech 9s, Mac 10s, Galils, it's a far cry from what they'd want. And they're going to try and make it work with some early aggression, but Zerol already been tagged down something else.
Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble here health-wise. A bit of a gamble here by the Huns forcing up, but I mean, given the lead that they have, I guess I can understand. And they're winning duels like that. Cobra Zera finds one. Merrick is gonna get 3 back though. Oh my goodness, lined him up and knocked him down there up against 9 and Bartak. And you have a 4v2 just like that. Rare Atom trying to find their way back into this match, and it's looking good in this round.
Zerolt's not done just yet, though. Don't let him isolate another fight. Okay, low HP, but you've just seen what he's done. But Marek, another pick, an absolute bastion today, has been doing it all for his team. They've only got 3 rounds, but my God, individually, he has been making it count.
Alrighty. The Huns this time. Excuse me. Sorry? Back-to-back 4 spies? The Huns are...
choice.
Yeah, risking it for the biscuit here. All right. I mean... Yeah, I don't even really have any words. I haven't seen that very often.
You were saying earlier that, you know, the Asian region's kind of brand is very much all out.
Very fast-paced.
Fast-paced.
Yes.
So the fact that they've decided, no, we're not even going to take an eco round. They're not slowing down in that department. And they've already managed to get themselves onto site as well. Li Hang, lovely pick through the smoke there, but need to find a little bit more. That bomb still hasn't made it onto site, so there's an opportunity, a timing here. And they could just well stop this site being even taken before the bomb gets here. Does go down eventually, but looking worse for where Nine's got one, but Summer, out of bullets there. An opportunity to keep on pushing around the corner, but Li Hang choking. They double down and keep this secure. It's a little bit expensive, but it could have been worse. And unfortunately for the Huns, money is going to be continuing to be in a weird space for them.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's their own doing, right? So going for that force buy in the previous one, I mean, given the fact they gained sight was actually pretty good. The execute was nice. I'm just surprised that there's a fight that's taken forward before they actually get the bomb to the site. You don't need to. You can just wait with the Tech 9s for engagements to come your way. And I get it, CS2, swing or be swung, right? But at the same time, your smokes are up and you don't really have to worry about that in the moment. Wait until there's pressure applied to Rare Atom before you go for that type of play. Anyway, now they're going to pump the brakes, and they do have a hero rifle, but everyone else is on the eco. I say everyone else, but Corbrazera actually, I think, bought the AK for Score, and Score invests into the body armor. So that's actually two players investing pretty heavily. We'll see if it works out for them this time.
They just can't eco. Allergic to a full eco, I think. They won't do it. They refuse. Won't be allowed. Zero goes down. Score does find the trade kill, however, and backs away that AK. We may have mocked that they don't know how to eco, but it has so far paid dividends. Gonna need to see a whole lot more coming out from it, though. Smoke blossoms just in time that it's going to be another pick and the escape here. Quick little reload. Get it in before you don't have an opportunity to. We've seen a couple of instances of empty chambers today causing some problems. And now, going to take a little bit more control. That Orb's going to push forward to Donut. And actually, they're going to double down on this B site as that adaptation.
Summer's getting adventurous. Just to jump out here and find a fight. Does get one, even a second. More than he bargained for, but he delivers on both. 3v2 in favor of Rare Atom. Score and Bartak still standing, and they do have that AK up. The problem is the time. There's only 17 seconds left for them to get into this bomb site and plant the bomb. And just, I feel like, too much resistance for them to deal with. Score will get one. 10 seconds now. Needs the second or just commit to the plant. He will fake the plant. Goes for the fight. Now still has time to plant it. Oh, I think it'll be just in here. Yes! Bomb planted! Score going for the impossible of 1v1 now, but it would be an ace coming through for him. Score, can you do it? Can you wrap up what is a miraculous play? But no, he cannot. Tiger with the USP finishes the job, and Rare Atom get a fifth.
Yeah, that Molotov is huge because it just forces it. They've been dancing around, ring around the pillar, and the Molotov there, having the timing to be able to pull it out and throw it, means that, again, a little bit of damage means that that bullet just needs to graze your opponent, forces them around to the left into the fight, and you don't have to worry about the right-hand side being peaked. Beautifully played there in the clutch, but the fact that it even comes down to that is ludicrous.
Yeah, no, I didn't even expect it at all. I mean, it was a 2v3, and then they just walk onto the site. It ends up in a 1v3, I believe it was. It's kind of momentary because he gets the immediate trade, but still, so well done to even make that a conversation. But speaking of making it a conversation, Rare Atom have come back from what was, I believe, a 5-1 deficit to pull this back at 6-5.
Team kill, no.
Oh, no, that's not going to help things.
It's really not, especially with a two-player deficit now. It's gone from bad to worse.
Speaking of going from bad to worse, I mean, the Huns, their lead disappearing, and now this type of result. Again, I feel like they only have themselves to blame, just not managing their economy well. And I mean, you might have been able to get away with that in CS:GO with MR15, but MR12, you really do need to be disciplined, and they're lacking that here in that first half of action. Cobra Zero, last one standing. And there's Rare Adam with the final blow. Tiger with the overkill from the AWP to finish things off and send us to the break at a tied scoreline.
This is a shakedown. Order up that beat just like it's takeout. Show me you got soul inside those new shoes, and you can rock and roll with an attitude. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. You're the new MC, you got the remix. Keep it on repeat, just let the beat kick. Everywhere you go, you bring the roof down. Everybody knows you got your own sound. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. Feet. Show me you got soul. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Just the way you like it. The way you like it. So good, so fresh. Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown.
All right, we're back with the second half of action. Started off looking pretty dominant for the Huns, but Rare Adam taking advantage of, I think, some overzealousness on the Hun side with a couple of force buys in a row to tie things up at 6 and bring themselves back into this map.
Yeah, pistol round here will be the trendsetter, and Bartek, what a shot to open us up with, is not, though, untraded. 3-4-3. An eye for an eye makes the world go blind, and suddenly it's just Cold Zero left without a shadow of a doubt that this is over. And we're at a 7th round on the board. A slow start, but I say slow start. It's not been a slow match in any capacity, but slow to get onto the scoreboard, and now they want to take that lead.
Rare Adam, yeah, first lead of the map here for them. And I think this is a pretty promising sign, obviously, because last time they played here, the result was not great. And if you look over, let's check the numbers here and see how it's panning out on Ancient in terms of T versus CT side for the Huns. And yeah, CT side typically better for the Huns. So that's the good news for them. 57.2% of their rounds are victories here, but not getting off to the best start. Child King will take care of score. And I mean, no force buy coming through for the Huns, so they're being more disciplined this time around.
Absolutely. Chucking another pick to be found. Make that 2. They're just going to run on down, and he's an absolute monster in mid. And there it is. Li Hang to steal away the final kill, but really anyone's for the taking. No resistance put up. 10 points of damage across the whole team, which, yes, it's an eco, but the fact that so little damage is done raises a couple of eyebrows. But now we have the full buy. This is going to be the real test of what we're going to expect in this half, at least tonally.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a runaway victory for either team at this stage. You might look at the stats for Adam and think, okay, their T side's kind of weak at 43.5% T round win percentage, but at the same time, yeah, they've kind of gone toe to toe over the last little bit. The Huns are strong CT side. Score, we'll see if he can help them out here because his teammate's gone and he's completely blinded. It looked like he lagged out almost, didn't move a muscle, wasn't aware of the fact that they would be able to spot him out or they'd be out that far. 5v3 for Rare Adam. We're just storming through to A. Bomb plant denied, surprisingly. What a spam from Cobra Zera. But Molotov lands at his feet and it'll stop him from spamming down another bomb planter.
Yeah, a little bit of a mercy there. They're just desperate to actually get this bomb on down. 9 spraying away. Also just going to have to fall back for now as well. Zeralt trying to be a part of this pincer, trying to crunch down on this site, but the issue is they need to isolate these fights. They've taken care of Summer now. It's a little bit of an easier challenge ahead of them. Smokes come out, flashes over the top as well, but Tiger is just going to aim on down. They're just going to hop on in the smoke, hope and pray, but it's not going to matter. Defuser taken down, and Zeralt too far away, doesn't have a kit, hoping that maybe he could get out of dodge safely, but Sharking, he wants no part of this happening. He's going to die to the bomb, but a worthy sacrifice to ensure that there will be no weapon saved.
All right. Not the way you'd expect the first buy round for the Huns to go, but that's the result we got. Rare Adam trying to reverse the script on them and get a dominant win of their own potentially here on Ancient. Although, again, like I said, I don't feel like that will necessarily be the case. The Huns are just too strong on CT side, you'd think, for that to be allowed to happen. There's the MP9 and the 3 pistols upgraded for the Huns. 9 sticking on the USP, trying to save it for that AWP.
Yeah, it's looking like a T-sided game at the moment, but early damage, a little bit onto Charking, a little bit onto Marek, just peppering them up, and we've seen how important some of this low HP can be in this game. Zeralt spraying through the wood, hoping to find something. Okay, over towards ramp they go, trying to sell a little bit of a fake here, keep the attention, and if you can find some kills, even better, because that whittles down the numbers later in the round. It's going to help reduce the impact of that retake. Actually, they have just called to back away here, though.
Li Hang looking into Jag briefly, then goes into mid. They just want to get that mid control, but it's so late in the round to just be going for mid control. They will be doing that. Zeralt a chance to strike from the flank. Yeah, he's going to see a lot of bodies. There's one gone. Summer has to turn around. Child King takes care of one on the front, but can't get the next. Back and forth we go. 3v3, and this is just not great news for Rare Adam because they're running out of time on the clock, and there's still resistance left here. Cobra Zera with a big one from the Deagle. Marek dropped 15 seconds now. They're panicking to try and get this bomb planted. Tiger looking to stick it down. Summer has the guard, and then Tiger takes care of it himself. Now eventually gonna have to plant. I don't think he'll be able to. He won't. He has to win the fight. Trying to get away is Cobra Zera. 1 second left, and he does get away in time. They win the round before he dies.
The chase. Oh, it's the fact that he misses it by a second. You can see the double take, the fact that he starts sprinting away. Oh, but the tuck in there. What a way to win the first round. It's not clean by any scale of the imagination, but a win is a win. And a high-intensity chase scene to kick off their offense into the CT side. And, oh, we are not getting a quiet game. We are not getting a calm. That is for certain. All right. into this round. Stacked heavily over towards B, but so much mid-control taken here by the Huns. And oh, that HE, everyone is feeling the burn. The back away, but Zeralt's already got a pick. Lee Hang's desperately tapping away, does get one. Cobra Zera's near enough by here. Molotov's not going to go deep enough to really cause him problems, but 9 is in fact burning alive. The flash is great, but Score's still going to be able to peek off the back of it. Now just Tigers left. I say just
Cobra
Tigers
Zera.
left, yeah.
Yeah, Cobra Zera and Tiger, the only ones left for their respective sides. The Huns trying to defend here and get themselves back into it. 58 seconds. I mean, all of that happening, funnily enough, in the first 45, 50 seconds of the round. Absolutely chaotic pace after things did slow up a little bit. Tiger gets smoked out again. Cobra Zera is just going to take even more space. This readjustment could give him the round victory, but he's looking the wrong way. Tiger, if he pushes through, will have the frag, but he doesn't either. Both players, just the timing not working out for either of them. But the good news for Tiger is that he's grabbed the bomb here.
20 seconds, he's going to have to get a move on. You can't slow walk the whole time, and there we go, start sprinting on over. And actually, I had a feeling that Cobra Zera's kind of got a little bit of an idea, desperately trying to type in the digits, will do so, and actually has a whole buffer of space to go and try find a post-plant position to work from. Wants to head in towards Donut, and there's no utility on Cobra Zera here, so it's going to be very difficult to try weasel this one out.
Cobra Zera fakes the defusal, looking for the frag, and he finds it. The Huns will secure an 8th. Cobra Zera went all across the map to find that final frag, but eventually it does come through. And now Rare Adam, with the bomb plant, do have a decent chunk of change. And in this case, I think I expect them to buy up because they've got enough to get the rifles through. Yeah, they're going to go for it. The Huns will have a tougher fight than perhaps they'd like to find this 9th.
Yeah, they are trying to close up the gap that never should have existed in their mind. And they've got a nice buy to do it, and they've got a nice buy to go up against here. And so straight away in towards mid again they go. A little bit of a call to back away, maybe. Nope, just a jump onto Speedway. Misses the jump, don't worry, score. We didn't see anything. He's just like me for real.
Don't worry. No one was watching.
Exactly.
Except they were.
Except everyone. You ignore Twitch chat and you ignore us in production. No one was watching.
Yeah.
Very slow here. The most passive round we've seen yet. And I say that actually. Zerol has taken a fair bit of space here and has sort of choked them out of any map control they thought they could have. There's heavy presence in mid, so anywhere they choose to go, they are going to have to fight tooth and nail for.
Nice push from 9, and he gets 2 off of it. The Huns have a 5v3 just like that, and Cobra Zera gets all the information, a frag for himself, loses a Rolt in the process, gets behind cover into Pillar, and jumps into Cave as well. That is some nice moving for Cobra Zera. Loses the duel in the end to Lee Hang, but they know that where Lee Hang is, and they've also fragged out Tiger, so Lee Hang has his work cut out for him with only 23 seconds left on the clock to grab the bomb and get it planted.
That is not much time at all. He's found the first frag there, but the issue is there's not going to be the time to get over to A. Needs to win out these fights, and every second that is delayed is going to cause more and more problems. But Score there, going to put the final nail in the coffin, in his head. And 9-9, nice and tied up in the scoreboards. It's going to be an interesting buy here. Yeah, I saw Chalkin go for the AK and there was no money for Util. I was like, okay, how long's this going to last? But they're actually choosing to lean more heavily into the Util on this, and I don't think necessarily that's a bad idea.
No, I agree. Util, I would always prioritize that, honestly, you know, instead of going all in on the AKs. Anyway, tied up 9-9. Score Takes a lot of damage in the opening duel, but so does Child King, so kind of even here. With still 5 players standing for each side until Score strikes onto Merrick through a blown smoke. Child King spotted as well, and he's trying to retreat and get back to cover. Tiger joining him, and maybe they'll be able to recover that rifle off the ground, but Tiger can't get out! Bartak won't allow it. Child King finds the trade and more, though, so at least Rare Atom are keeping the numbers even. But at the same time, they've got a lot of work left to do, and time is of the issue.
Time is a little bit of a factor to keep in the back of their mind, especially with the fact that they haven't actually stepped foot on a site. And they've been denied stepping foot on a site for round after round recently. Now they've carved themselves a little bit of a path. Zerolt going to back away. He is the only player here. The only line of defense would need to call over Cobra Zero.
Oh, me noise.
His footsteps, but he heard one and he spots the second. He knows all. He peeks on out, still reloading, and he still gets the kill.
I don't know how he gets that kill. I mean, he wasn't even the one that shot first. The Galil did, and he is connecting on the final frag. That's unbelievable from Zerolt. He's been an incredible performer from beginning to probably end here on Ancient, as it will be 10-9 for the Huns. Rare Atom. They try to activate quickly, right? They didn't want to end up in a situation where the clock would be an issue, but in the end, it's the duels that they lose, and Zerolt the victor in that instance. Pistols only for Rare Atom as they are going for the eco, but that could mean an 11th is on the cards for the Huns. They're going quickly into B. In fact, no one's really watching it. The smoke's doing the work. Score does get an opener, and then Zerolt finds Child King was trying to flank them out. Nothing doing at all for Rare Atom. They are swept off the board, and an 11th is indeed found for the Huns.
Yep, they have made the mighty comeback. It wasn't much of a comeback, but they've stopped Rare Atom taking that lead, pushing closer and closer. There is going to be another bite to contend with, but realistically, this might be the last round that Rare Atom have guns in this map. Nine's got that AWP back out. Bit of a quiet game from him, but now with the signature weapon online, might be able to individually boost the stats a little bit more. Stop Rare Atom getting any closer to them. Mid control once again, super aggressive in taking it, and there's actually not going to be a response this time. Bartek has to wait off the full flashbang. He faced the full concentrated power of it, but now they've got the control. They've got control everywhere. That smoke over towards Cheetah is causing some issues, making sure that nobody's going ramp. But now that it fades, there'll be a little peek out, and they're going to know that they've got such a safety net of map control.
Still a good amount of time left on the clock here. Map control needs to be gained in one direction or another. Kind of still pretty far back on the Rare Atom side. Finally, they decide to activate into mid. And they go in, throwing that smoke for Donut. This is actually pretty nice. I mean, that'll gain them some Donut control if they choose to go in that direction. Instead, you see the engagement from Score. He has pulled them into Red Room and has backed off completely, trying to create a favorable duel for himself. We'll see if that turns out. No, it does not. Score gets taken care of. Child King finding that. A trade on the other side towards a main, and then Nine finds Summer. Uh-oh, this is turning pretty bad for Rare Atom. They need to be careful. Now they're standing in an incendiary. Nine looking to strike again. Cobra Zera's going to do the job there. Li Hang and Child King are just flinging their heads around in every which direction, but they cannot find the targets before they are found themselves.
Instantaneous death on that one. Just the hang left. He's had some good showings, but so much to ask. A 9 on the AWP is finally active, is finally firing on all cylinders, and that puts them on to 12 map points here. Yes, it is their map pick, but it is a stellar way to start this series off. And yeah, they conceded a couple more rounds than maybe they'd expected, but they bought themselves an easy buy to go up against here. There's a couple of AKs, but realistically, the utility bank is looking pretty dry. And additionally, a couple of Galils, which far cry from the AKs, far cry from having that AWP online.
I think the more frustrating thing right now for Rare Atom is that this map kind of was similar to the previous one if it ends up being 13-9, because it was only a 7-5 lead for the Huns going into the second half when they switched over to CT, and then Rare Adam won the pistol, got the conversion, and after that it was the Huns that took over. So I think that perhaps will haunt Rare Adam a little bit, assuming they don't have something to say here in round number 22.
Okay, here we go. Silently creeping on up to Cheetah. I don't know why they're acting particularly quiet about this. This is the most careful we've seen them yet. And they're facing no resistance. In fact, the further they push in towards the site, the more curious they get. But rotate reinforcements already called over. We've got the likes of Zerolt here. Cobra Zero to back them up. The smoke is going to cause some problems. It means that Lihang can't really get through. Is looking at the idea of smoking this angle off and just pushing it anyway. Has a lot of teammates over from ramp, and the utility comes barraging over. They can clear this whole site clear, and that means that now players in excavation can peek on out. But bomb goes down. They're going to have to be quick about finding a post plant here.
Here they come. 3 players on the back line. Still a 5v5 in the post line. Don't see that very often. Cobra Zera goes for a fight with Score, and it works out for them. Although a lot of damage taking, it doesn't matter. They're the ones dropping the bodies. Child King tries to get back into it, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Lihang and Summer have to do so much work, and they do! 3 combined. 1v1 now, though, for Bartek as he finds Summer. Now he's just going to try and stick to defusal. Lihang has to realize this. He does, but it might be too late. It is not! He gets that frag right in the half of a second of a moment that he had to find it and take the round. Rare Adam survive a nail biter.
That was ridiculous. The fact that it comes down to that. It's unfortunate the orb gets dropped, but realistically, you're still in the map, so what does it matter? And still in the map, you see it. You see the defuse taking like, oh, he's running. Maybe there's not time. And then you see like, oh, we're getting very close to the end of that defuse timer here. And, what a world, what a world. Zerolt, we're in a little bit of a tech pause. Zerolt no longer in the server. I think mentally a couple of those players checked out of the server last round as well, thinking maybe all over. But no, still 2 more rounds minimum for overtime. But we're getting towards the end. Regulation, it's wearing thin here. Game crash happens. But it looks like everyone is back now. I wish my game loaded that quickly.
So we're getting back into it. 23rd round of play. Felt like we weren't going to get to this point, but, you know, an absolutely heroic effort from Lihang and Summer to keep their team in this one. And doesn't look like we're live. We are not live. They're jumping around, and I'm hearing typing. Looks like there is still an issue. Another crash, perhaps.
Yeah, probably likely to happen. There we go. Exactly. Round not live. Round reset. And now we get to go again, hopefully. Everyone gonna buy on up. Gotta restore. Assume we've got to restore everything, but it looks like it's all set. Technical timeout called, but now that's a tactical, I think, because it's got the hourglass. Maybe just needed a second more to think.
Looks like we'll be good to go. Yeah, no. We are into the action now, hopefully. We'll see once the actual round gets underway if we have to do another restart, but I imagine not. Looking at the buy-ups here, pretty even across both sides. Rare Adam kind of scraping at the bottom of the barrel, though. Not going to have full util coming into this round versus the Huns, who are very healthy across the board, and they have the AWP to work with in Nine's hands as well. Although that hasn't necessarily been the difference maker, it's been the rifles, the rifle core of Score, Zerolt, and Cobra Zera that have been doing all of the heavy lifting.
Is it the core score?
Sure.
Okay. Very passive here. We've seen them lean over to A. We haven't seen them over on this A site a whole lot. Bartek. Gonna be the first and pretty much only line of defense initially available. They're taking their sweet time. So much utility thrown over towards that B site. You can tell Zeralt's looking at that. Is it a fake? Is it not? They've not heard too much actual presence, but here it is, the peek on out. Child King with one, and that's going to be the sole defense gone. There are players in Donut available, but smoke to go over is going to lock them out. This bomb can go down. They can boost people on up just to really establish this early post plant. But look at that. Zeralt just doesn't want to respect it. Peeks on out, gets two. Li Hang with two of their own, and the bomb goes down is the savior, but 9 comes on swinging.
This is actually not great for Rare Adam. Both players are trapped over an A main, and now the Incendiary goes, in fact, a Molotov, and then the Incendiary afterwards. Just gonna stick this defusal. They can't get past it. Score gonna defend his diffuser, and eventually it does go the way of the Huns. Exciting to the finish line, but the Huns take Ancient up against Rare Adam again.
God, what a map, what a map. No room for breathing, and I think the only times that we actually got pauses were the technical pauses. This was just all out, all day. And that's only map number 1. Rare Atom, a lovely showing to bring it fairly close, actually. And a couple of these players, like Li Hang, has had so many moments where just absolutely insane peaks, disrespectful peaks that quite honestly shouldn't have yielded anywhere near the results that they did, but so masterfully pulled off. But it is going to be the Huns taking that first map, securing their own map pick as we head over onto Dust 2.
Yeah, no, I think that this one delivered in every way, at least for the grand final. And we're waiting to get going on Dust 2 eagerly, I would say, because, you know, that's another map where looking at the numbers, both of these teams are pretty strong on it. Sure, like you mentioned before, Affinity, the Huns haven't played it as much, but when they do, they tend to perform well. Up against VP, right? A 10-13 loss, not the greatest, but at least competitive with VP. And then regionally, well, it's been pretty much a slaughter most of the time. Anyway, we are going to hit that break, folks, but when we come back, we'll have Dust 2 for you.
keep going till my speaker calm blown. I'll keep going till my speaker calm blown. I'll keep going till my speaker calm blown. I'll keep going till my till my speaker calm. I'll keep going till my speaker calm blown. 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 Till my speaker calm. I'll keep going till my speaker calm blown. I'll keep going till my speaker calm blown. I'll keep going till my speaker calm blown. I'll keep going till my speaker calm blown.
Sometimes you gotta pray for a victory. Yeah, I'm overzealous when I'm thinking about the cash flow. I never had no handouts, just came natural. I've been tested so much, all these wrestlers nice. All these different situations that I've been through. I seen pain trying to creep in through the window, but now I'm sliding through the hood in a Benzo. You gotta separate yourself just to elevate. I keep some drink in my cup to see through the hate. Sometimes on the road to glory, you gotta press the brakes. I got a lesson plan for all my past mistakes. I swear I'm proud of all my best and my worst days. Proud of all my feet when I touch the ground. Front of A to Beijing, man, they know the sound. I know I made mistakes, but my mama proud. Fans scream my lyrics out in the background. They ain't know me then, but I'm hot now. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. Life down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. I'm faced with a lot of different choices these days. Do a rock and Rolex account or blue face. The whole world know my name off a mixtape. I still got the same brothers since 6th grade. G-Wagon, red seats, we on Biscayne. Trips to the Florida Keys, we imported these. Thanking God for the life he afforded me. All this jewelry on my body, I could like the hood. I need a brown skinned chick just like Megan Good. Holding up every promise that I ever made. Music in the background, it's a serenade. Been rapping 10 years, boy, this ain't a phase. I paid dues, paid rent, and I stayed the same. I had teardrops running down my face. I've been through a lot, I had real pain. But thank God, cause we really on a better days. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. What's a life without sacrifice? Sometimes you gotta thank God and just roll the dice. Pacino.
Welcome back, wonderful people. We are one map deep into our best of 3 grand finals for ESL Challenger League Season 50, Asia Pacific Cup number 3. And it has been an all-out, lights-out game so far. Ancient was crazy, it was hectic, it went the distance, and there was not a moment to breathe. And now we go on to Dust 2, a much more puggy style map, and I have a feeling that we may not see any change of pace here.
No, I don't think so either. And I think that the fun thing as well is that we haven't seen these two teams face off on Dust 2 before. It's been Ancient Mirage both times. So Dust 2 will be a fresh look at what these teams can bring to the table. You know, a couple of players I want to highlight from each side. Over on the Huns, you have 9 with a 1.26 rating on Dust 2 and Cobra Zero with a 1.21 rating. I think you're going to want to watch out for those two players on the Hun side. And also multi-kills from 9 because he's got 24.2% multi-kills on this map. So that's pretty good. 1 every 4 rounds, he's getting a multi-kill. And then you look over on the other side, Tiger has the best rating of any player on the server here on Dust 2. 1.32 with a 87.4 ADR. And then you have, I believe it is Child King behind him at a 1.19 rating, actually leads the team in multi-kill percentage at 22.3%. So, you know, a couple players from each side that you're going to want to keep an eye out for. But at this stage and the way the game is going, it could be anyone that steps up to the plate.
Absolutely. It was, you know, Li Heng was monumental in being able to secure anywhere near the number of rounds that we saw from them previously. So I've got my reservations. Both of these teams play this map a fair bit, but actually the Huns, I believe they've only played it 3 times in officials within the last month. So there's a little bit more, you know, recency to the Rare Atom lineup playing this. They've got, you know, a little bit better showing on paper, but by no means do I think this is going to be either team like lying down, rolling over and accepting a loss. So I think this is going to be scrappy and it's going to be pacey, and I think it's going to be quite an exciting one as well.
No, I agree with you. And I mean, you look at the results for Rare Atom as well. Just in the month of October, they've only lost 1. You know, and that was up against Kaleido, and they also beat Kaleido after that 13-4. So I don't even know if that matters too much. Most of their wins, they prevented their opponents from getting to double digits, aside from Fengda, who got 10 rounds each time but did not get a win. So I mean, regionally, Rare Atom are looking fantastic on Dust 2. But, even though, like you mentioned, hasn't been as much recent results for the Huns, they've had their dominant wins too against Depot, Just Swing, and IHC. Those 3 teams only got 7 rounds combined against the Huns. So that is actually quite impressive. Eruption did pull off an overtime against them, but still ended up losing. And I already talked about that VP loss. So, overall, when you're looking at regional competition, I feel like this is going to give us a lot of fireworks.
Yeah, I think you are spot on with this one. And also, it'd be quite nice. Rare Atom have already secured themselves a slot in that regional division. So it would be nice to add another team to the list. That would then put them up with, I believe it's Lin Vision in the first qualifier, Rare Atom in the second. And then the third cup would be the Huns, which would mean that we've got a little bit more variety in that deciding playoffs. And you know what they say, variety is the spice of life.
Yes, it is true. And I agree with you, though. It would be great to see the Huns move forward, especially considering they have been, one of the better teams on the Asian scene right now. And I would even argue the top team, just because of how many wins they've had over these last 3 months. Just look, it's almost all green when you look on their side, just looking at the regional competition. The only losses they've suffered since, I want to say, September 8th was Last Bullet and Rare Atom, along with VP. So that's like, I don't want to talk about VP though, because I was just talking regionally. So just Rare Atom and Last Bullet are the losses. And right now they're looking pretty strong against Rare Atom. Already had a win 2 days ago, and they're looking to repeat that success to, as you mentioned, qualify for that final stage of play.
Yep. And we should be loading in any second, just putting the finishing touches on this map. I say that, and actually, blink and you miss it. Ooh, we're going into the server. And here we are. Look at that, zooming on in.
Shy.
It is. I quite like this. Oh, Lee Hang.
I feel like I was cut short of like a transition through into his head.
No, I feel we got so close, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I guess maybe we'll see when we go into the server if we'll get a little insight into what's going on in his head. Maybe not quite the transition into his head, but a metaphorical version. But looking at this, already the Huns, so much mid-control scores, just walked himself up mid, like a walk in the park.
It's a nice little puggy play coming through from him, but he will gain on a flank more than likely. I imagine Lee Hang's going to get that frag towards the A site, but the hit's going B. This is a gambit. Oh my goodness. Lee Hang attracting so much attention. The bomb gets planted. They're like, okay, is that A? Are they planting A? We don't have someone on the site. They keep fighting forward. Eventually they're going to realize, guys, it's not bomb site A. Go to B now. There's that realization as they rotate over, but still have to worry about Lee Hang in the back lines, who does get Zerolt as well, who was waiting for him in CT. Finally, Lee Hang is put down, but so much time has been run off that bomb and there's no kit.
Lee Hang single-handedly wins that by being a nuisance. Being a very deadly nuisance as well, taking down a couple of players before he does too. But she said, buying all of those precious seconds that they're not even going to look at going for this 9. Lovely pick there. Tiger running out of bullets, but does enough damage that he dies to the bomb as well. Marek somehow getting tagged up amidst all of this chaos too, but it's expensive, but it's a round win, and that's all you could ask for.
Yeah, certainly. And I mean, at the end of it, 2 players do save the armor for the Huns, and I mean, that will likely lead to a force by scores. Actually, even got the A1S, I believe, dropped for him by 9, because 9 is the one who got all of those frags and built up the money. And not too shabby of a force buy as a result. In fact, very, very potent. 9 will have to sacrifice the body armor as well. And Zerolt is a glass scout, but at least they have some firepower available for him. Yeah, you don't see it often.
No, I'm not upset about it. I'm intrigued, cautiously optimistic, one would say. But, I mean, has a potential opportunity because they're all heading mid. Unfortunately, there's a smoke in the way and there's no one with an HE to blow it open, so it's just going to be pot shots. Not being able to wield it to its full extent just yet. And now the smoke fades. He's missed the timing on it, but still just hanging around in case someone peeks. They've got bigger worries. Catwalk has got 5 pesky terrorists sitting and waiting for the right opportunity. That was a weird little bounce for it, but, Not sure if that was where it was intended to go. Doesn't matter because they've got themselves onto site.
Yeah, and the Huns may just... Well, I mean, they're going to try and have a look at this, obviously. It's a 5v5, but they need to frag pretty quickly. There's so much advantage here for Rare Atom having the high ground. Good flashbang toss, and they make it to the smoke. This is actually really threatening on the Rare Atom side. They need to be careful. Score will only get one. Lihang and Child King are looking in the right direction, and they take care of business. Nothing doing for the Huns, and they can't even save a gun out of this one. 9 is probably going to fall by the wayside as well, you'd imagine. Not really much to save on his side anyway, and there you go. Summer gets the last, and that's a 3K for Lihang, who you rightfully highlighted before we got started here because he put up an impressive performance along with Summer on Ancient.
Yeah, he did. And it wasn't a win for them over on Ancient, but they put up a really good scoreline. And a lot of the rounds that they were, winning were Lihang was monumental or instrumental to in some capacity. And it seems that he hasn't slowed down between maps either, which is a really good sign. But it is going to have to slow down in the financial department here for the Huns. There's only going to be a 5-7 and a Desert Eagle available to them in this round, and pretty even spread. They are sending once again Zerolt down mid just to have a little bit of a look. Gonna have a look left, gonna have a look right. Isn't gonna spot anything. I am worried that Shark King might just annihilate all of this this A-side defense solo, and that'll be the round done off the back of that alone. Or not.
Maybe not. Yeah, score gets 1. 9 just walking out back towards mid, towards that B site. And that's going to be the problem, I think, right? As this is going to be taken under the control of Rare Atom, and they don't really have the firepower nor the utility to regain B. I mean, some damage being done in upper tunnels, but eventually Cobra Zera dealt with. I mean, I suppose not much to lose for the Huns to try and go for this, given that this is a half buy and they've recovered the Galil. Damage already done. Maybe recoverable. We'll see.
Yeah, they've got no utility to try break through this barricade, and that smoke is just going to cause so many problems for them. So maybe just a matter of trying to hold them in sight and make sure that there will be no survivors and no weapons and make this expensive. Alternatively, they swing on out, they clear themselves a nice little exit path, and all the players in mid now have to suddenly be very cautious. And I'm cautious, they are not. They are dead is what they are.
Yeah, I mean, they were trying to hem them in, but didn't work. Merrick dies to the bomb. Maybe that's somewhat mission accomplished, although that might have just happened anyway, as they delayed him a little bit, but not too much. Either way, 3-0 for Rare Atom, and here come the guns for the Huns. Unintentionally rhyming there, but yeah. It's, I mean, last time we saw the guns come out for the Huns, it was Rare Atom that could not deal with it in that second half of action on Ancient. So we'll see if they can do it this time. Ooh, that's a wicked shot from Tiger.
Absolutely incredible scenes there. Already up through mid and looking for a little bit more. This B bomb site has been vulnerable, and there it is. It topples, it falls. And the two remaining players, you just got to hold on to these weapons. There's nothing you're going to do to get back into this.
Yeah, this has just been absolutely railroad by Rare Atom towards that B site. They've been unable to be stopped by the Huns, and there has to be an adjustment. I'd say a timeout called by the Huns just to talk things over. Say, hey guys, what's going on? Why is our B site so vulnerable? They keep catching only one player there. And I mean, admittedly, they do get that frag towards mid that opens up that control and allows them to choose their pathing. But I mean, it's been B almost every single time. Yes, we did see a plant previously on A, but B has been the one that I'm personally more concerned about when it comes to the defensive hold from the Huns.
I would agree. And with this timeout, would you say that they were, discussing how to get down to business to defeat the Huns?
Sorry, what was that?
If they called a timeout, would you say that they're getting down to business to defeat the Huns?
Oh my God!
I was trying to figure out how I could work
I caught the reference in. Yeah, I did. Oh man!
I was trying to figure it out, and then you talked about the time, and I was like, "Oh, this is my chance." I've got it out of my system now.
No, it's fine.
Got to get
I
a pop culture
appreciate that reference. I wasn't even thinking about it, but you're bang on.
When they told me, they're like, "We need you to cast the Huns today," and I was like, "Oh yes." Sign me up.
You got all those, you got everything ready in terms of the wordplay.
Exactly. I didn't have time to make notes, but I had time to get references on hand. Ooh, Bartek, there's a first. And Sharking, there's a bit of a response, belated and on to somebody completely different, but it is 1-for-1 across the map. That site's going to fall again. This B site, I mean, if ain't broke, don't fix it. They've just gone B every single time because they felt no resistance whatsoever.
And it's not changing here at all. I mean, at this point, you just call the save for the Huns. There's no reason for them to go for this. It's, call a timeout as well, guys, please. Talk this over. Use this as a timeout to talk over the defensive side of that B site. They tried to get aggressive from, I believe it was lower tunnels into upper tunnels. That didn't work, and then they still only have one player on B. I mean, it's not something that I think teams like to do, but going for a straight 2-1-2 setup may be a better idea here, and not necessarily getting into the faces of Rare Adam immediately off the bat towards that B site.
I've realized the problem is that they get their coach on the line. The coach for the Huns is Carnage, which we maybe need a little less of right now, given how this series has gone. But I'd love a timeout. It doesn't appear that we are getting.
No, they don't call timeouts
here. No, they don't. It's my bad for getting my hopes up that we'd see it, but Nine's got an AWP, and maybe that's the next best thing. Maybe. We can hope. I'm hoping that maybe they post that AWP over towards the B site. Yeah, no, it's heading over there slowly. It's kind of dancing around the idea of B site. Still just holding mid for now, though, but it's been smoked off, and 8 sheets apart the smoke. No one's going to be spotted. I say that Nine's going to find Tiger through the re-blossom, and now immediately the redirect. Oh, do we go up A? Do we not?
I mean,
figure out where to go.
Go B again. Why wouldn't that? I mean, obviously they're expecting an adjustment to be made, but it's not. There's still on that anchor there in Cobrazera, who hasn't really been able to hold on to the ground very effectively. 9 waiting with the AWP, and okay, looks like B may be the finish here. Still plenty of time for them to group up and choose a site here on the side of the Huns.
Can't be susceptible to conditioning if you never adapt.
Yep.
Maybe an accidental lesson in there somehow. 9, another shot. They are just feeding into this. Don't feed another 1v1 to him. Don't do it. I know you got to retrieve the bomb, but there's got to be something you can throw at it. There's util available.
I mean, 9 doing the heavy lifting in this round with a couple of op frags, and then you got the rifle activating for Cobrazera on that B site. So eventually it will need to finish A for the Huns, and are they just going to save? They don't have to at all, but backing off with less than 30 seconds indicates to me that it's either going to be a full-on sprint down long or a save, and it looks like it'll be a save. Look at the money. Look at how much they have available. I get it. It's a 2v4. Odds aren't great, and the time's kind of against you, but they had the space to try and challenge up Cat at the very least.
True, and it stops the Huns building up any sort of economy because you've had them on the ropes. You've had 5 rounds in a row pretty flawlessly that you really could drive the point home here with a couple of extra picks just to make it, yeah, you've got a round on the board. Congratulations, but at what cost? But they don't, and, I kind of respect the decision. It's the most exercise of patience we have seen in this series. It's been the very few times we've seen the saves called. But I like it. They're going to come back into this with extra strength. They've got a huge round lead. And 5 already on the T side is not going to be anything that they complain about, even if everything else goes a little bit pear-shaped.
Ooh, that's a nice opening frag found from Tiger. Op connects. Speaking of ops, we've got 2 of them now on the side of the Huns. Yeah, 9 and Scorer rocking it. Did lose a roll down long, but they've still got that double op setup rocking and rolling, and we can't forget how much impact it had in that previous round for 9, so I expect doubling up on that is not a bad idea.
No, but with 1 player down, it does make up 50% of their available weaponry, which means it's a little bit of a rigid hold here. They've got a little less ability to be dynamic if they lose this site here. And actually now we go waiting for the B pop. We know it's coming. Missed shot there, and oh, smoke. I don't think they're going to respect it. No, they're not. They're going to run on down. And again, if aim broke, don't fix it. They go B. They get B. Cobra Zero gets 2, but it's a bullet to the head from Child King. 9 desperately try to open the smoke to try find something to get them back into this, at least stopping them having this player advantage. But now they know where you are. It's got to be up close and personal. They can hear your scope. They know where you are. You're not fooling anyone. And do they choose just to back off again? I think maybe they do.
Yep, that B site, still a problem. I can't really say that they had a bad setup, though. I felt like they had the players in the right spot. Although the op pushed up that aggressively is kind of bold. If you miss the shot, you're probably dead without finding a single frag, and that's exactly what comes to fruition for Score. And then afterwards, Cobra Zera tries to jump into the window and get some action, but I mean, he does get 2. Unfortunately for the side of the Huns, he needed 3 to really bring them back into that conversation, and because he doesn't get that, they fall back and will go for the save. Still plenty of money on both sides, though, to activate here, but round-wise, Rare Atom are the ones in control.
Yeah, very much so. They have been dictating the pace. They have been dictating the ebb and flow of this game. And actually, by that I mean that they've just been going B and they've not been facing any resistance yet. So they've been setting the pace by just not being matched yet. Now they're going to go over and rush long instead. Amazing flashbang. Marek's going to find 2 there. And they've already bought themselves the world of advantage. 1 player over on this side now, but they've already caught over the rotates. They've forsaken B. They're happy. They are content with the idea that it's probably going to be a heavy commit here, given what sort of limited sight there was on these players that have now been felled.
Smoke for the cross being tossed in here by Rare Atom. 4 players bunched up at long. Only 1 lurking around B, that's Summer. And 9's getting a little wary here. He's like, okay, Molotov's being thrown to car. Probably some presence towards long, so I can't overstay my welcome here. Cobra Zera actually takes the space up in towards those upper tunnels. Finds 1, 9 another. And this is trending pretty well on the side of the Huns, even though they've lost 2 themselves. 9 going to swing around and find himself a second, looking for the 3rd. Perhaps a little overzealous there, but not really much of a choice. He's trapped, and eventually the fire burns him away.
No escape there, but has he done enough for his team to work with Score? Cobra Zera, it's been a little bit of a quiet match from Score, but now they play it together. Marek just going to tuck one in. Footsteps going to be heard. They're luring them out into the open. Marek's found 1 and Lee Hang the other, demolishing whatever they thought they'd be able to attempt in this retake. And 7-1 up. They look unstoppable, but mind you, this is a very similar scoreline to what we've seen, previously, and there was a little bit of a comeback available.
Yeah, I mean, it was 5-1 in that instance, and then Rare Atom started to strike their way through in that first half of action. But here, I don't know, like, it just feels like the Huns are getting outplayed at every single turn, and they haven't made any adaptations at all towards that B site. Look, I mean, they still have that lone anchor there, or he's got the AWP, which, if you're going to have a player anchoring down a site, I'd rather it be a rifle than be the op. At least have a rifle by his side or something. Perhaps they'll change that shortly, but it doesn't feel like it. It just feels like they want to have the rifle op set up in mid instead. And looking at Rare Atom, they've slowed it up a little bit. Okay, Score does connect on that shot, gets aggressive again in towards the tunnels, and this time he is rewarded for it and then falls off B completely. They're convinced that's enough, Affinity, that they won't venture towards B.
Yeah, they think they've done enough. They're about to be maybe a little bit mistaken, but there we go. Tiger, we talked about his rating on this map. Showing what he's made of. There's still a whole lot of presence in mid that they are completely unbeknownst to. 9, watching this angle, it's going to have to be incredibly quick if there is a peek here. Child King, oh, here's the footsteps, decides, is it worth the fight? Is it not? Goes for the fight anyway, slow around the corner. Going to lose that to the orb all of the time. Actually, they've managed to keep themselves with a player advantage, and it's a slow creep up long. Alternatively, you could just send that one player. You could send Li Hang B, plant B, and hope that the team can sweep up from behind. But Li Hang's found one on Catwalk and wants a little bit more. The smoke there is a cloak. And oh, it's blown open, but unfortunately backfires a little bit. Summer 1 versus 2. I mean, Zerolt's barely alive, but still need to find him. There's the first, and you know the last player was somewhere over here. And you're just going to spray through, and it's a stray bullet that gets it done.
That is unbelievable. That's another man advantage. 2 rounds in a row where the Huns have had the edge and it slipped through their fingertips. Summer in a 1v2, they knew where he was. He goes for the fight towards ramp, wins that, takes a lot of damage in it. But unfortunately for Zerolt on the other side, he also was the walking wounded at 4 HP, trying to hide in the smoke, which was known. And, well, you know, Summer's like, okay, well, I'll just try and spam this a little bit and see what happens. And, well, he gets the round in his favor. 8-1 in favor of Rare Atom. This is a very dominant performance. And we do have another tech pause coming through. I'm wondering if there is some sort of technical issue hindering the Huns here on Dust 2. But, you know, either way, Rare Atom have played really well.
They have. Credit where it's due completely and totally. The Huns, I expected maybe a little bit more because we said that this was a map that they were still good on, right? We said this was a map that they played a couple of times in officials this month, that they've not had bad results on, that generally speaking, they've had a really good show of form recently. Mm-hmm. But now I'm getting a little bit worried about the fact that even though that first map they won, the fact that it was so close and that they found nothing on this map, the footing's starting to slip a little bit, the cracks are starting to form. And if this keeps up, I mean, I'm hoping people at home are Mirage fans, because again, we're going to Mirage as a decider. And it's looking more and more certain with each passing round, not just because the scoreline's getting closer, but just because I'm getting worried that the Huns isn't finding any answer whatsoever, that there's just not been a response.
That's exactly the key. There hasn't been a response. They're not changing anything with the way that they're playing. They're thinking, okay, we're going to continue doing the exact same thing round after round, and eventually it's going to work, but that's not how it goes, guys. Like, when your B site's getting abused, you have to put more focus on it in order to prevent that. Granted, you know, it wasn't a take in the end by Rare Atom in that round, but even then, you know, the A site showing vulnerabilities because they don't really have much presence on the site itself. Oftentimes, they're getting caught with 2 players in CT and 1 on Cat, and that means you're always trying to fight back into the bomb site instead of fighting on it to prevent the Huns from getting there. Excuse me, to prevent Rare Atom from getting there.
Yep. Touche. Couldn't have put it better myself. We're still in the tech pause here, a couple of clicks, so I might be getting back into things relatively soon. But, oh, okay, I think we're back live. There we go. Tech pause has been very quick. Huge props to the League Ops team who have been sorting things out very swiftly for us today.
Indeed. Excellent work, gents and ladies. As we move on, round number 11 will soon be on the cards, but it's not here yet. We're in round 10. Score is going to get the opener. Child King finds the trade. Score's got a pretty good spot, actually, and Corbrazera supporting him. I don't know if the Huns are going to lose this round, right? It's been another 4v3 for them. They're 3rd in a row. You'd think this will be enough to keep them in it, but Li Hang has been a thorn in their side round after round, and again gets 2 clean ones. No damage taken in either duel. Score found himself with 2 players around him. Now he's isolated and alone, and eventually, who else but Li Hang gets the 3rd, 9 alone.
Ludicrous stuff from Li Hang here on this map. He has just been doing so much for his team. And on this map, it's not a matter of him doing it all. It's that he's been the catalyst for his team to come together. In this round, maybe not the best example because he has kind of done most of it. But the team being around him there to support, the fact that they're ready with more utility, flashes to allow him to swing, HEs to give him the vision to take these fights as well, is really good going. And 9... I mean, you can save the gun. You've got 30 seconds, but actually it may need to be careful because Water Smokes has gone out. And he is still kind of hanging around here. Might get caught there. Here's the footsteps, actually. Just going to back away.
Oh!
Tries to flick up. It's a missed shot, though.
Oh my god. The nade goes out because he's like, I know I lagged him, but hits the shot on Tiger instead. The nade didn't connect, but the bullet does with Tiger anyway. Li Hang still the walking wounded after getting hit with that op shot, and 9 knows it. He's pulled out the pistol. Looking the wrong way, though, and Li Hang, what do you know? He's got a quad kill, 15 on the board, and a 9th for Rare Adam.
Oh, you can't help but worry in that situation. Li Hang loses that, and you go, what more did he need to do? But there we go, a 4th clean one. Clutches the round on out. He starts it, and he will damn well finish it. And you can see what it's done to the Huns. The umps are coming out here. That's where we've ended up. No utility on Bartek. There's not a kit in sight, and only one of these players has head armor. Not that that's really going to matter too much, but... Here we go, straight into tunnels they go. They want the fight for mid, and actually there's going to be a little bit of a tussle for mid because a couple of players down catwalk might cause some issues, but Li Hang, he kicks us off again.
I mean, this is desperation from the Huns, and they're getting absolutely nothing. They went aggressive out towards mid. 4 players taking fights. In fact, 1 pushing long, and none of them finding success. Only 1 frag to speak of, and 4 casualties. Just laying all over the place on the ground here for the Huns. Score does manage to get Merrick, but now they know where he is, so they can probably just deviate towards the B site or just group up in general and head on over to either of the bomb sites. Molotov drop, that's going to give away the audio cue. Score goes right through it. Nade won't connect for any damage, but they know where he is, so they're just going to run along and get that bomb planted.
They are indeed, and Score, HE to go over is going to give all the info. Might find a pick. Oh, Li Hang, lucky to be alive. He has got something watching over him in the server today. And Score, there it is. It's a weapon, it's a flashbang, and it's a little bit of armor to speak of. And it's just going to have to be the save because there's going to be nothing else in the tank. And you got to highlight, there's some worries that I have here. Zerolt, only 2 picks in this map. Bartak only found 1. And just individually, it looks like Rare Atom are kicking down doors. Yep. And it doesn't look like it's stopping. It's 10-1. There is no scoreline that is still available to us in which I feel this is redeemable. 10-2 with a pistol. Maybe you'll get me huffing on the copium, but it's going to have to be a very convincing pistol, and I don't even think they'll get that. 11-1 looks sure as anything, especially with Cobra Zero's health looking dire in the first 20 seconds.
Molotov going to get tossed there by Child King towards Cat. Li Hang looking to continue being the star performer, and he may have to be again. It's crazy that the Huns have gained man advantages pretty consistently on their CT side, but haven't been able to convert that into round victories at all. Molotov's going to get tossed again up Cat. And there's the trade. This is why, because Li Hang continues to get responses and they don't build up off of it because he's always that second point of contact.
Always the second point of contact, always the second person to be thrown into the fire pit here, but an opportunity, maybe. I know I'm coping a little hard here. 4 versus 4, but I'm running out of hope, I'm running out of faith, especially as this site, it falls. It is completely under the thumb of Rare Atom. They don't even really have to do any clearing out. There's some players in CT, but that's going to be about all that we have to speak of here. The sniper camera zooms on in, and we can see there's no point saving. There's nothing to save for. This is GG or go next.
Yeah, I mean, and it's the same story as I talked about before. Oh, score, wait. Hiding in the smoke, could strike here. Cobra Zero's gone. He may lose all his teammates before he gets a chance to strike, and yeah, that's exactly what happens. And he's dead as soon as he tries to move out of the smoke. Unbelievable stuff from Rare Adam. Okay, now I can make my point. Same story there for the A site, right? You have everyone everywhere but the site itself. Like 2 players in CT, 1 towards long, and no one actually watching cat at all. So Rare Adam just walks up, no problems, no fuss, getting themselves into post-plant positions, and then once the Huns try to activate, everyone's just waiting there and their crosshairs are lined up. So yeah, straightforward stuff as we head to the break.
Sometimes you gotta pray for a victory. Yeah, I'm overzealous when I'm thinking about the cash flow. I never had no handouts, just came natural. I've been tested so much, all these restless nights, all these different situations that I've been through. I seen pain trying to creep in through the window, but now I'm sliding through the hood in a benzo. You gotta separate yourself just to elevate. I keep some drink in my cup to see through the hate. Sometimes on the road to glory, you gotta press the brakes. I got a lesson plan for all my past mistakes. I swear I'm proud of all my best and my worst days. Proud of on my feet when I touch the ground. Front of 8 at Beijing, man, they know the sound. I know I made mistakes, but my mama proud. Fans scream my lyrics out in the background. They ain't know me then, but I'm hot now. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. I'm faced with a lot of different choices these days. Do a rock and roll Lex account or blue face. The whole world know my name off a mixtape. I still got the same brothers since 6th grade. G-Wagon red seats, we on Biscayne. Trips to the Florida Keys, we imported these. Thanking God for the life he afforded me. All this jewelry on my body, I could light the hood. I need a brown skinned chick just like Megan Good. Holding up every promise that I ever made. Music in the background, it's a serenade. Been rapping 10 years, boy, this ain't a phase. I paid dues, paid rent, and I stayed the same. I had teardrops running down my face. I've been through a lot, I had real pain. But thank God, cause we really on a better days. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life.
All right, we're back into the action here. 11-1 for Rare Adam, who absolutely took control on their T side and never rescinded it at all. No adjustment from the Huns. It felt like they just continued to slam their heads against the wall with the same thing over and over again, and it just was not working. So Rare Adam only need 2 rounds to send us to a 3rd and deciding map of Mirage.
Yep. All starts here, the beginning of the end, potentially, especially with damage going off and Tiger finding the opening pick. It is a terrible side, a harbinger of how this, well, what's left of this half is going to go. And there's another pick. Summer gonna take down Cobra Zero. And Zero, like, it's all come crumbling down.
I do get a bomb plan at least, and just that there's 5 players left on the other side, so yeah, result is pretty much this. Child King gets the last 2. 12-1 for Rare Adam. Worst case scenario for the Huns is they'll need to win 11 in a row just to push overtime, and now I did say worst case scenario. They did get the bomb, so I guess there is that silver lining.
Second worst case scenario.
Yes, exactly. So you can force up in this round. You'll have a couple of rifles in the mix, but I mean, look at this buy up on the other side.
Yeah, this is desperation personified, really. It's the Tech Nines, it's the Desert Eagles, because there's no point saving anything, because if you lose this, there's no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow, and so everything at the wall, see what sticks, hope that it sticks, really, and maybe start formulating some plans, some lessons to take away from this to go into the next map, because realistically, that's what it's looking like right now. And nobody wants to give away a pick to the Huns, so they're all just going to tuck on in.
Yep, playing cautiously here. Ramp player will have a lot of work on his shoulders and delivers with Merrick supporting. This one looking like it's 2 steps away from being over. Score will get one at the very least, and a bomb plant may come through, but it's only with 2 players left surviving, maybe only 1. In fact, the bomb plant doesn't even happen. Lee Hang, who else denies that? He ends with 21 frags, and we're about to see a Lee Hang highlight reel.
140 ADR and 21 frags in a match that only lasts 14 rounds is ridiculous numbers, and we sung his praises coming on in. He's been good across all the maps, and I have a feeling if this was anything to go by, Mirage, he's going to stamp his name all over that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, actually only got a couple of frags there from Lee Hang, even though he had so many, but there you go. More eventually coming through here on this replay, as Lee Hang was the story. You talked about it on Ancient, here on Dust 2, and I'd be surprised if that changes going on to a third map in Mirage. But before we get there, we're going to take a quick break.
Sometimes you gotta pray for a victory. Yeah, I'm overzealous when I'm thinking about the cash flow. I never had no handouts, just came natural. I've been tested so much, all these restless nights, all these different situations that I've been through. I seen pain trying to creep in through the window, but now I'm sliding through the hood in a benzo. You gotta separate yourself just to elevate. I keep some drink in my cup to see through the hate. Sometimes on the road to glory, you gotta press the brakes. I got a lesson plan for all my past mistakes. I swear I'm proud of all my best and my worst days. Proud of all my feet when I touch the ground. Front of 8 at Beijing, man, ain't know the sound. I know I made mistakes, but my mama proud. Fans scream my lyrics out in the background. They ain't know me then, but I'm hot now. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. I'm faced with a lot of different choices these days. Do a rock and roll Lex account of Blueface. The whole world know my name off a mixtape. I still got the same brothers since 6th grade. G-Wagon red seats, we on Biscayne. Trips to the Florida Keys, we imported these. Thanking God for the life he afforded me. All this jewelry on my body, I could light the hood. I need a brown skinned chick just like Megan Good. Holding up every promise that I ever made. Music in the background, it's a serenade. Been rapping 10 years, boy, this ain't a phase. I paid dues, paid rent, and I stayed the same. I had teardrops running down my face. I've been through a lot, I had real pain. But thank God, cause we really on a better days. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. They say life's a gamble, you gotta roll the dice. I risked a lot of different things just to live this life. When you down bad, you gotta pay the price. I've been through hell and back just to live this life. What's a life without sacrifice? Sometimes you gotta thank God and just roll the dice. Pacino.
The road to the top is a riddle. What will be my destiny? Money and fame are awaiting, but not enough is raining on me. Maybe I should give it all up. How much more can I take? Out here singing to the heavens. When I gonna get my break? I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. How will I get out of the jungle? Everybody wanna stop me. 10 more steps up the mountain. Now everybody's looking for me. Spend my life in the desert till something changed inside of me. Now I'm flying over oceans. Everybody looking at me. I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Full power, get louder. I'ma get strong, just watch me. Full power, get louder. I'ma get strong, just watch me. Every hour, no doubter. Gonna hear my song, just watch me. Every hour, no doubter. I can run this town. Somebody give me the key. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. No more doubt about me. Oh, I can run this town. Don't you know I got the
Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown. Order up that beat just like it's takeout. Show me you got soul inside those new shoes. And you can rock and roll with an attitude. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. You're the new MC, you got the remix. Keep it on repeat, just let the beat kick. Everywhere you go, you bring the roof down. Everybody knows you got your own sound. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Yeah, you like it, the way you like it. Oh, yeah, you like it, the way you like it now. Yeah, you like it, the way you like it. Oh, so good, so fresh. Get up on your feet. Show me you got soul. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Just the way you like it. The way you like it. So good, so fresh. Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown.
All right, we're back for the final map of this grand final to determine who will be the winner here in Cup number 3 in ECL Asia. And honestly, it feels more and more like Rare Atom have the magic to do it once again.
It does feel that way. Map 1, it felt like the Huns were very in control, but Rare Atom still put up a very good fight, 13-10. But that second map, it was domination and nothing short from Rare Atom. And now one final map to decide if Li Hang is anywhere near as switched on as he was in that previous map. He is going to be finding these openings to really drive Rare Atom forward to yet another ECL Cup win.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the numbers, he is their best player in terms of opening frags, right? 1.14 rating, takes 23.4% of the attempts, 55% success rate. Right behind him is Tiger at 23.1% attempts and a 54.3% success rate, but Tiger's the opper. So, I mean, you've got the rifle opper combo of opening duels, and you're probably good to go, especially on a map like Mirage. I do want to talk about, the two players statistically that we expect to see, Child King at 1.22 rating and Tiger at 1.23 rating. On Mirage, both of those stats, but at the same time, looking at this series and the eye test right now, it's Li Hang all the way. I mean, this is a player that top fragged on both of the first two maps, 100 plus ADR. I think he finished with 140 ADR. So on map number 2, so he's probably hovering around like 123 or 125 ADR across both maps. And I don't know, like it's just been such an impressive performance from him that I don't expect him to slow down too much. And on the other side, gonna need to see a lot more from pretty much everyone, but in particular, Cobra Zera and 9, who sit at a 1.29 and 1.25 rating respectively on this map Mirage. I mean, they'll be looking towards them to pop off because something has to change.
Something has to change indeed. You need to have the individual stepping up, but it was also just looking a little lackluster from a cohesion kind of standpoint.
Yeah.
Is that the individuals weren't online, but there wasn't sort of in-depth utility in the individuals that were playing being supported in the way to actually continue trying to carry this. It just felt very disjointed. Mirage, it should be a comfort map, right? It should be a map that both of these teams know like the back of their hand. And maybe that's an opportunity for them to be able to fall back on some of these sort of plays that they've been a part of since Mirage came into the map pool for many of them.
Well, still waiting to get started here, folks. Probably going to be jumping into, I assume, the knife round to determine who will start on that CT side. And speaking of sides, looking over at Rare Atom, they tend to be strong on both ends of the map. CT round win percentage a little lower, actually. That's also a bit of a surprise. 53.7%, and T round win percentage is at 59.7%. Overall record of Mirage is 9-4, so it's actually kind of surprising that they lost in such a convincing manner to the Huns previously, 5-13. And then you look over on the Hun side, they are also very good on this map, but actually their CT side a lot stronger than Rare Atom. 63.4% of their rounds are victories there, and T side 54.7%. So I'd say, both teams pretty strong overall on the map Mirage, but there is the win streak, for the Huns that's going on right now, including that win against Rare Atom, and Just Swing and Chinggis Warriors are the other two victories for them throughout that win streak.
Yeah, they've had a pretty good run of show recently. Within the region, we've seen some good stuff, pushing maybe outside as well for a couple of these teams. And within the confines of the ECL Cup as well, it's been a pretty good run of show. Mirage being a map that actually gets picked a lot of the time by Rare Atom. It's not even left to a decider. They outright pick it. I think it's about 56% of the time. So
right.
It gives me confidence. It gives me faith that what we saw last map might not be a fluke, which should be a worry, should be a bit of a worry. But I think we've got a couple of technical issues. So what we're going to do is we're going to pass over to a break, make sure that we put the final finishing flourishes on the map for you guys, and we'll be back very shortly to get Mirage underway.
The road to the top is a riddle. what will be my destiny. Money and fame are awaiting, but not enough is raining on me. Maybe I should give it all up. How much more can I take? Out here singing to the heavens. When I gonna get my break? I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. How will I get out of the jungle? Everybody wanna stop me. 10 more steps up the mountain. Now everybody's looking for me. Spend my life in the desert till something changed inside of me. Now I'm flying over oceans. Everybody looking at me. I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. Full power, get louder. I'ma get strong, just watch me. Full power, get louder. I'ma get strong, just watch me. Every hour, no doubter. Gonna hear my song, just watch me. Every hour, no doubter. I can run this town. Somebody give me the key. Oh, I can run this town. Oh, I can run this town. No more doubt about me. Oh, I can run this town. Don't you know I got the
Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown. Order up that beat just like it's takeout. Show me you got soul inside those new shoes. And you can rock and roll with an attitude. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. You're the new MC, you got the remix. Keep it on repeat, just let the beat kick. Everywhere you go, you bring the roof down. Everybody knows you got your own sound. So good, so fresh, just the way you like it. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Yeah, you like it, the way you like it. Oh, yeah, you like it, the way you like it now. Yeah, you like it, the way you like it. Oh, so good, so fresh. Get up on your feet. Show me you got soul. Just the way you like it. So good, so fresh. Just the way you like it. The way you like it. So good, so fresh. Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown.
All right, we're into it, guys. As we're getting ready for the grand final to get started, it is going to be the Huns trying to recover after an absolutely devastating loss on Dust 2 by a score of 13-1. I don't know if it's going to happen. Maybe they'll be able to put that one behind them, as we had some technical issues to get started here, but now that's all been resolved and hopefully will not plague either of these teams.
We can keep our fingers crossed there, but as we saw, the knife round very one-sided. The Huns even get a little bit of team killing going on there. And here we go into mid. They push unresisted, and actually they're just going to keep pushing on further. They have the whole sort of pick of the litter here. Gonna jump on up into window, making some noise. They're not exactly being quiet about this, but again, stack over onto A, so whilst they may have conceded mid, there is still a greater fight to come.
Nice shot from Tiger onto 9. Rare Adam will lose one by, that's Zerolt finding Merrick, and Cobra Zera getting in on the action as well, but Child King and Summer have put an end to the chaos. They get 3 consecutively. Bartak, last one available, comes through from CT. Now his position is known. Needs to hit some ripper headshots, but the problem is he won't be afforded the time to do so, with Child King connecting for his 3rd frag on the round.
Yeah, absolutely stellar stuff there. It looked touch and go for a second, but King and Summer, what a way to speak up in round 1. King's had moments, glimpses of glory over the past couple of maps, but this has really been a good way to kick this off. There's not going to be much in the tank here. I say that they're going to put everything they can into this for the Huns. They've got Desert Eagles, a couple of 5.7s in utility. It doesn't look like much, but it's all they have. And now we'll see whether they can make it work. Child King out in mid. Can see some pot shots. Actually might just be able to duck in before being spotted. Spots out one player over towards short. Now has a decision to make. Doesn't really go chasing up, but it's going to be information to call across. Teammate in underpass decides to back away, and they stagnate for a second, making a plan of action to go forward. Molotov for window. Flash to go over into connector, and still just hanging around.
Just taking their time. Basking in the glow of the sunlight.
Indeed.
Waiting for their opportunity to move up. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty slow round, keeping in mind the pace that we're used to seeing in the series. Smoke's going to get tossed out into mid. Merrick's going to blow that away. Visibility gain. There's a player spotted. They're going to move into what could be a trap here up against these pistols. And there it is. It is sprung. Score gets one. Merrick, the immediate trade. The stack is on towards A, but Rare Adam don't care. They're tearing through their opposition and leaving no one standing except for Zerolt over in jungle.
Even he is not long left for this world, running away and just hoping that this Desert Eagle will be saved, because head armor as well against the saved Mac 10 and Galil is going to be somewhat important, but it's all they're going to have. They're going to cling on to this like a life buoy in the ends, like a door post-Titanic. That's what it's like, right? A door in the ocean. Is where Zerolt finds himself, and unfortunately Rare Atom will not let him climb on.
Only one can be on the door.
Only one can be on the door, and Rare Atom, they're knocking down doors to keep themselves afloat here. Lost the first map of the series, but reverse sweep, and it is looking very likely. I know it's only round 3, guys, but I'm still a little bit shaken after that Dust 2.
I mean, how can you not be? It's 15-1 right now in terms of rounds going back to Dust 2 for Rare Adam. So you need to see something from the Huns. I don't expect that this round will yield much, although the Eco does feature 3 Deagles. 9, as usual, is going to stick to the USP so that he can get the op sooner rather than later. Lee Hang was the star for Rare Adam on both Ancient and Dust 2. might not have to be here. You know, we already talked about Child King multiple times in terms of the numbers he's putting up on these maps, and now he's actually delivering off of that. There's the first onto Bartek, and of course, Li Hang will activate through the smoke to find Score. Great flashbang from Tiger, and they're just being very methodical about their approaches here. Nothing really left to chance.
Not at all. Ooh, 9. It's a nice shot, but it's only 1. Yeah, it kind of evens the numbers a little bit, and Li Hang's taken a whole chunk of damage, but they are just so nestled in here. Spam away is going to feel like it forces Summer out, and he is going to take the fight, but unfortunately for the side of the Huns, taking the fight is not a good thing for them right now. And Marek spamming away, ooh, narrowly missing Zerold. It's a nice shot, but there's not really much more to find. Quick little reload in here as well, trying to line up some more through the wood. Knows that he is dead here. Might even die to the bomb, running away. Yep, there he goes.
At least a valiant effort coming through from the Huns in what was just the eco round and the upgraded pistols, but unable to do much more than give it a good try. Rare Atom do lose 3 pieces, so it's a little expensive for them, but even then, you look at the money after their buy-up, they've still got 2K minimum across the board, well, except for Summer at 1.3K, but you also have Tiger at 4.1 and Marek at around 4, which means that even if they should lose here, they'll still have a buy-up coming through, and it'll be pretty decent into that next round. They're not planning on losing, though.
No, they are
so
not.
many rounds, yeah.
9 on the AWP is about the hope that we can cling on to for now, but even that, the AWP kind of cowering a little bit over on that B site alone, and actually may be able to get something, but Li Hang's found a first. There's going to be a re-smoke over towards Connector there, and the AWP's posted up, but I think a wide swing. They've got the confidence for it right now.
Li Hang has had a ridiculous amount of opening impact in rounds.
Yep.
Like, it's just unbelievable. And it's not even just in the openers. It ends up being carried through the entirety of the round. But the fact is, he's the one creating that space for the rest of his team to move forward with. And, you know, now Cobra Zera kind of at risk. Has to be careful with the way he plays this. Waits around the corner. Some panel spam would be bad, but he does win the duel against Cobra King, Child King. And then Li Hang as well. Score finds Tiger. It's down to a 2v2. Summer and Marek gonna have to deal with the heroics this time, and Summer will deliver. Score gone. 9 the last one standing. AWP in hand. He's gonna go through the broken wall, maneuver his way out into jungle, but it is being watched.
Oh, it is indeed. Oh, missed shot. It's chaos. It is devastation. Marek, lovely peek there as well. The bomb planted just out of view so that there can be this sort of bodyguard figure. And Rare Atom, it's only 4, but it's still 4 in a row, and it is still looking not even remotely challenging yet for Rare Atom.
No, not quite. I mean, look, that was a nice attempt at the recovery from the Huns. Have to give him a little bit of credit. Got a nice 2K in the mix from Cobra Zera, who played it patiently, and that was the correct call. The problem is that Rare Atom never let up. They never stopped fighting in that connector position, and as a result, ended up in a 2v2 that was very winnable, as assuming they got out of connector and found the frag, which they did. And then you only have 9 left with the AWP in his hands, and not really a rifle within reach, and as a result, they're watching and waiting in the right angle. They just make the right calls, and Rare Atom take control of that round, and of course, potentially Mirage as well. You do have a pretty heavy investment for Score and Cobra Zera here, and already one of those pieces gone. A1S on the ground, right next to the body of Cobra.
Yep. It's been opening pick after opening pick, and there's not been an early round plan that seemed to work out for the Huns yet. They've been trying to scramble together a mid-round plan, and it looks like there's going to be another case of it. There's still 2 weapons online. I'm not really counting the pistols when we've got some rifles amidst all of this. And they have passive hold on B, which we know is going to be A-okay. But they don't yet, and naturally you can spot 9 has a little bit more of a look there, but there it is. Score taken down brutally. Marek runs on down. And here they have sight once more. All of the retakes, reinforcements so far removed. Zerold is on the cusp of this, is waiting for Zerold to get into position. Sorry, 9 to get into position, and he's just not going to. They've called it off already. And even that might not be surefire because Child King's already pushing mid to make sure there's an exit plan to make sure that they can continue taking away these weapons.
Oh boy. Rare Adam going to get a fifth here one way or another. The question is, can 9 walk away with the A1S? I think they still have enough to get a buy if he saves the A1S, if he keeps this gun. But that is going to be a difficult task with threats coming from Cat and Market. Eventually, they do leave 9 to his own devices. So there's the A1S carried over. That means they can comfortably, or somewhat comfortably, buy up into this next round to be competitive up against the Rare Adam's now blossoming economy.
Yep, and that's going to be even more difficult for the Huns, not only because even if they do start finding rounds, and that is a big if the way they're playing right now, even if they do start finding rounds, they're not going to be given an eco round for a while yet. They are going to have to do some serious legwork to get an eco round. And additionally, it's going to just embolden Rare Atom to go for the hunts. But 9 finally breaks the curse, and there is an opening pick has been gifted to them. Now, can they recover this? Child King stretches his arms out to grab the AWP here. He fancies himself a little bit of a go with the sniper rifle himself.
Ooh, that's not a favorable duel, though. Score coming through off the flashbang by Zerold brings it down to a 5v3. And we can't forget, even when, opening duels were being found by the Huns, Lee Hang pulled it back for them time and time again on Dust 2, and he is still standing. Right now in the lower tunnels, Score watching and waiting the perfect angle if Marek peeks it, and he will, but did he even get the spot there? I imagine he did, yeah.
I think he saw it,
Saw the player go across, so Score is safe, and then Summer finds out onto Score. Oh my goodness, 4v3, but it feels like things could slip away because they have so many times before.
Score is safe, he says. Score is not safe.
Yeah, exactly.
Score is dead. That was, but that's the thing is you never expect a peak like that. Absolutely miraculous sort of stuff. But still a player deficit to contend with here. Smoke to go in, and actually a Molotov there. This utility is going to cut them off perfectly and buy the opportunity for a little bit more space to be taken. But there's still 2 players in connector. There's the first, not expecting the second. Body flops to the ground, but 2 versus 3 brought a little bit of attention off of this site for Summer and Marek to be able to work here. The jump on across. Here's the footsteps. He's going to tuck on in. They're not expecting Summer anywhere near this close, and he doubles down. 9's found one, has to jump across the site, needs the plant. You're right.
1v1. Nade's gonna get tossed here into connector and doesn't win the duel with 9. Finally, the Huns off of 9's op get a round on the board. It's only their second in, 20 rounds that they found, but still, it's something for them to build off of, even though it doesn't come easy. And again, if Lee Hang expects a second, which is hard to do in connector, this could have been another round in favor of Rare Atom. But the Huns scrape one through. Economy is the thing that takes the biggest hit, right? You have Bartak and Corbrazera in particular below 4K. They'll still be able to scrape together something, but they have to string rounds together as well. Otherwise, this is never going to recover.
Yeah, this is... If this is one and done, it's going to hurt them even more economically than having just lost that round, which you need rounds on the board. That's the ultimate goal. But economically, this could be a very damning round for them if they can't secure this. There's no AWP available for Rare Atom. Well, I say not available. They've chosen. They've opted out of it because there's definitely the money for it. So there's a plan in mind here, and 9 again, this AWP doing so much, and some are already up into connector, where his footsteps were very much audible, but the issue is flashbang might have prevented it, but now he's let them know. He's made himself known, and now just going to jump up into window instead. Or not. Actually, I like this angle. This is a little cheeky.
Yeah, it goes into the corner here next to window. I don't mind it. Could catch a player. The smoke is guising off the advance right now for 9. He wants another crack at it with the AWP. Needs to be careful not to get caught out, and now eventually evades the Molotov, at least to save his life, and head back towards stairs. But this is mid-control for Rare Atom. We've seen them strike back from these man disadvantages before. Was already talking about it in that previous round. So 9 hoping that his op can deliver again, because if it doesn't, the rifles will have to awaken.
Rifles will have to awaken indeed. 9. Ooh, did he spot a knee? No, he didn't. Oh, he goes to the flick. It's not quite there, but you love the attempt. Manages to jump over onto the side to join his teammate in window, but Score looking the wrong way just in time. But now it's going to be 9 pressure. There's the first. They do run him on down. Still got to play a deficit. Not for long, though. Immediately. But Zeralt, oh, they're not even expecting it. Bomb gets dropped in time. Again, is going to be a little bit of an issue here, especially with Score advancing here. Bomb gets dropped a second time. And now Li Hang needs to go absolutely crazy. Tagged from behind. And this was a lovely play from the Huns here.
Yeah, very well coordinated, you know, to retake that space towards the A site. They slowly start to activate piece by piece, not showing too much of their hand to Rare Atom as they're panicking to plant the bomb. That's the reality of it. So eventually, okay, they lose one. They're like, okay, I didn't see anyone. Let's go try and plant it again. Then the second piece activates, takes care of the bomb planter. And then afterwards, the third piece from Connector pops out and deals with the last, who's just trying, it's Li Hang, right? Just trying to flick around, as you mentioned, to heroically bring that one back. But that wasn't even enough on his side. So, second in a row for the Huns. Not as expensive, because they keep 3 players, actually 2 players standing, because there was one that Li Hang got. But, you know, they still need to stabilize that economy. Do have a tech pause coming through. I see that Summer hasn't bought up, so I'm not sure if that's the reason why, but looks like it's all been resolved one way or another. And we're going to get going with round number 8. But it's good to see, at least for the Huns, from the Huns' perspective, that they are back into this one.
Exactly. You let any more go consecutively, then it's even more of an issue. They've still got an issue, don't get me wrong. 5 on the T side is fine and dandy as is, with room to still improve that scoreline. But they've at least stemmed the bleeding for now and given themselves at least an early opportunity to try turn this around. And turn this around, they're going to need to do. 9 with the orb. Oh, it's taken down. It looks so good. He's been so clinical the past few rounds, but he's going to hit the deck. And now that's opened up a crevice on the site for them to dig their heels into.
Oh boy. This is not going to be an easy retake here for the side of the Huns. They do have the util, but they're eating a bunch of damage from the util on the other side right now, although that was the last piece tossed over for Rare Atom, so a massive utility advantage coming through from the Huns. The question is that even going to be enough? They need to win duels too, and they're not doing that at all. It's only Cobra Zera left after the dust settles, and he is just going to fade off into the distance as he's got his tail between his legs running towards the B site. Round over, Rare Atom will get a 6th.
Li Hang's there. He says no survivors. There will be no witnesses to their 6th round. And it is looking... we said, needs to be consecutive rounds here for the Huns, right? And when we say consecutive rounds, we meant more than 2 realistically. And oh my gosh, do my eyes deceive me? I think we have a timeout.
We do?
A willing one.
That's not been called often. I think we saw one on Ancient way back when. But Dust 2 didn't really feature any. And,
it was right off the back of a tech port, though, so I was a little bit curious about it. It wasn't, you know, amidst the flow of a game.
Very true. And we're seeing here... Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I mean, it's good to know that the button still works.
Yeah, no, for sure. You still call the timeout. Still get that going. And I mean, this one, I'm assuming that they're going to go for the save. They sort of are. Loss bonus is still decent. Hero M4 for Zeralt. Outside of that, you've got armor for 3 other players and 5.7s and Deagles in the mix. In fact, 3 5.7s and 1 singular Deagle for 9. No one really on the B site except for Cobra Zera. And that's where Rare Atom are headed.
Yeah, this is going to need to be a spectacle to keep them at bay if they choose to push anytime soon. But look at the space being taken by Bartek there. He's already cleared through all of Palace and has heard absolutely naught. So can clear A over. There's a little bit of sound mid, but you're probably thinking now that that smoke's come out, now that you haven't heard anything at all, A, B has got to have something going on. Oh, don't push this.
Yeah, I was going to say. It's crazy they're defaulting this long, and now he gets connected on through that smoke. 9 eats the nade down to 43, and Rare Adam are just making the Huns get so antsy hunting for something, because you feel like when you only have those pistols, you have to gain some kind of advantage, and aggression is often the play. But in this case, they're getting rebuffed time after time, and eventually the bodies go flying literally into the sky. Lee Hang and Merrick will get their frags, and it's Zerolt, Score, and Bartak still alive on the other end, and now Zerolt is gone too as he tried to retake the space. I was going to say I thought he would try and save the rifle, but instead, well, Score will try to recover, and that won't happen either. Bartak, last one alive, and eventually Summers got a bullet with his name on it as well. 7-2 for Rare Adam.
It's not even looking close. That's the thing, is they've had those 2 rounds, and other than that, they've not really been making it too competitive in any of the rounds they've been losing. They've got loss bonus, but on the CT side, that's not enough to carry you, especially without finding those kills, because that extra kill bonus, it means so much. It means extra pieces of utility that are missing from Cobra Zero, or maybe Zerolt can upgrade that SMG to an actual rifle. It's all of these small little things they've just not been achieving off the back of just not being able to find foothold within a round. Opening picks have been denied most of the time here. Over towards B they head again. It's a little bit of flash over. Marek having a nosy. And I like that Char King's got has been so diligent in holding this mid control, even if they haven't really used it.
And he's going to recycle the smoke into window. Well tossed. Lee Hang doing the work in connector, making sure no one's hanging out in that direction with the Molotov clearing out the space. Spam through the smoke from window for Score. He just wanted to attract attention in that direction, but it won't really matter. Rare Adam are activating quickly towards the B side. Again, 9! Clotheslines Merrick with the op, but Child King will do the same to him with the AK. Back and forth we go. Brief advantage here for the Huns, but it's quickly wiped away by Tiger's op this time. He is walking on life support, but with the AWP, that's all you really need. Lee Hang lurking around in jungle, also catches Zerolt. Bartak and Cobra Zera, last 2 standing.
All right. There's Cobra Zero with 1. Whistles it down to a 2 versus 2 here. Child King spots out Bartak in the middle, and there it is. Trade's got 1 for 1. Lee Hang baits out his teammate, but it's all coordinated effort for yet another round on the board, and they are unstoppable and undeniable at this point.
I mean, Lee Hang doing such a great job on the lurk there, denying anything for Zerolt, keeping things safe for his teammates on the site, even though it ends up going trade for trade down to the finish line. That's the one that makes the difference. He continues to have insane impact. Sure, he's not at the top of the scoreboard, but he's only 1 frag away from it, and getting the support of Child King and Summer is certainly welcome on his side, without a doubt. The Huns, on the other hand, they don't have anyone really cycling through and bringing through that individual effort. Bartak, unfortunately, sitting at 0 frags. They would love to get something from him, but Zerolt's going to say, okay, here's a deagle shot. Child King, sit down for this round. You'll have to leave it to someone else now.
It is going to need to be somebody else stepping up to the plate, but there are 4 other members of this team. Well, 3 of the members that have been really involved in this series so far, but still 4 in the server available to help on out. Minute, so much time to work with.
Wow.
Ooh, Zero, what a shot there, really to call attention to the issue. Give his teammates time to move on over, and this is going to be an absolute bloodbath on A site. It's going to need to be multi-kills to bring this back. Zerolt, though. Oh, another shot rings out clear.
Zerolt, settle down. Oh my goodness, it's all deagle headshots. Bartak gets 2, but the first 3 from Zerolt is what sets them up for a 3rd round that seems so unlikely. But Rare Adam, instead of adjusting, instead of saying, okay, they got 2 here, they're probably stacked up, let's fall back, they get overconfident, say, we're gonna go. We're going in. We're trying for it. And it does not pan out at all. Free upgrades available on the side of the Huns. They'll have a full buy here featuring a double op setup as a result, and 2 AKs to bolster their defense. On the other end, Rare Adam, actually, money-wise, it should be okay. I think they're still going to get a decent buy up through, but it won't be everyone on the AK. You're going to have a pistol and some Galils in the mix. In fact, only one Galil.
Yeah, it's only going to be one Galil. Not the worst buy in the world. We've seen them do more with less, and realistically, even if they can see this 8-4 going onto the CT side is immaculate work at the best of times, and it's, you know, it's looking good. 2 AWPs, I'm curious. I'm very curious. It's not been the first time we've seen it today. So maybe this is the recipe that they feel that they need. They've got one in mid and they've got one sent over towards that B site. Only the in mid's really going to get some say early round, and actually it's the pivot over towards Palace. Oh, spotted out the shoulder. Lee Hang doesn't find the pick there and is going to maybe kick himself later in the round if 9 is going to cause trouble.
Opener from Child King, but an immediate trade from 9 keeps things even. Bartek supporting. Merrick gone as well, but Lee Hang, he wants to find something here. Through the smoke, spamming on forward. 9 barely alive, but Child King and Tiger will finish, what Lee Hang started. Score does end up finding one back again after grabbing the op off the ground quickly. But Lee Hang and Tiger are threatening. Lee Hang in particular always feels like he's that snake in the grass in the perfect spots. Well, he'll have to be this time as he's in a 1v1 earned after getting that frag.
Stomping around, spraying away. Oh, doesn't quite spot. Oh, there was a little window of vision there. Gonna need to reload. There it is. I'm gonna crawl up to steps, but Cobra Zero, oh, he's already spotted it, but he hasn't quite finished the job yet. Bullets to the dome to secure themselves a 4th. It's a small mercy, but they buy themselves something to work with over on that second half.
All right, second half of action about to get underway here. Rare Adam, despite losing the last 2 rounds of the half, still have a very commanding lead here on Mirage. 8-4 in their favor, looking like an entirely different team compared to the last time they faced off against the Huns here and only picked up 5 rounds. Now they'll switch over to their CT side, which you think would typically be stronger, but actually it is their weaker side of Mirage. We'll see if that even comes into the picture here, as 9 will get the opener and score traded out. Bomb will be planted here, 4v4.
4 versus 4, make that 4 versus 3 here, and Rare Atom on the back foot. There's still a kit available, but the issue is 9 is going to be a little bit of a problem for them. Tiger's whittled down the numbers a little bit, but 9 needs to find a way to activate, but they've all been pushed into connector here. Lee Hang, a nice little shot there. Oh, the swivel round, he does find the first, and they can immediately go back off. And there we have Zerolt has given away his location, has been taken down, but they do still need to get on this bomb. 9's given it away, he's given up the jig. And I think it's just going to have to be a case he's going to be swinging the knife in.
Oh my god!
And I think he just about gets the defuse. The kill still comes through and it'll be money. But again, that's not the first time this series this has happened.
Oh my god, that's crazy stuff from Rare Adam to get that defusal through. And, unbelievable that it was the last player standing in 9, right? He was the lowest health player, and there was a choice. Could have been a fight that was taken because the kit was available, but instead just decides to stick it and hope that it's enough, and it just barely was. 9-4 for Rare Adam. They get off on the right foot here on their CT side, but a bomb plan allowed means that a force buy will have to be dealt with here.
It very much will be. They've dispatched them before, though, and they're looking to do the same again here. Mid, actually, they're just going to give this up, and maybe a good thing the Huns have absolutely swarmed mid, so they're just going to play on the extremities here. Actually go in for score to go and peek connector, but the issue is Summers found the opening pick elsewhere on the map. Zerolt is not going to be deterred by the smoke. Are they going to be expecting him? They are indeed, dealt with masterfully.
There's a nice silent boost that they put through there, right? Nothing could be heard. And that's why they get a slight jump on Zerolt. It's the MP9 versus, I believe, the rifle, and he survives with 3 HP, but surviving is surviving. Now Lee Hang getting to work, finds one for himself. Cobra's era finished off by the MP9 as well, and it's only score left in a 1v5. Lee Hang around the corner, probably going to finish the job here. And he does! Lee Hang, his 15th frag. He's at the top of the scoreboard for a 3rd straight map.
To the surprise of absolutely nobody who has been watching from the start, he has been incredible. And there's just not really been an answer to whatever it is that he is laying down here. Pure magic in the server. And now the Huns, they forced up in that last one, and yes, T-side loss bonus is okay, but it's not quite built up yet, and it's not quite enough to sustain them, especially after that force by last round, so they're just going to have to sit on their hands and watch 11 possibly takes away, but as you said, that nade is huge.
Absolutely massive, and another one gets Bartak down to 30, and now 0 thanks to the bullets of Child King. Rare Adam trying to put their stamp on this map and finish it off. Incendiary flies through underneath window. This boost, I don't know if it's going to be spotted immediately. Yeah, it is, and Tiger knows what's going on. Just flicks downwards, gets both of them. Why not add a 3rd to the mix? Zerolt, last one standing. The hero AK does nothing, and the round goes the way of Rare Adam unless Zerolt manages to get all the frags and recover the bomb with only a Glock in his hands.
It would be an otherworldly graffiti level clip if he did, but maybe he can find a little bit of damage, which is a very, very small plaster on a very big gaping wound right now, but it's a plaster nonetheless, and unfortunately swings on out and is going to need medical help himself after that one. Tiger, player that we've kind of highlighted as statistically being one of the best on the team on some of the maps that we've had in this veto today, hasn't even necessarily needed to have stepped up in the same way we usually see. You know, usually he's this really sort of staple sample of what the team can bring. Today he's having a little bit of a holiday because the rest of the team's got his back.
This is it for the Huns, though. I mean, they have to win this round. Otherwise, I think it's curtains. I don't see them recovering at all. Util damage already taken. Score down to 29. Corbezera at 66. And they do return some of that on the other side. But look at Child King. He wants to take this fight. Throws. Oh, I think he got the spot. Yeah, he did. Spams again, but Corbezera's vacated the space. No, he won't vacate it soon enough. Child King will get one score, and Zerolt do get a couple back. Maybe hope remains here for the Huns. But they still have score on notice and need to choose the correct site. A would not be that choice. You need to go B. There's only one there, and that's Merrick.
Yeah, they've not got a whole lot of information to make this decision and inform this choice yet. So they're just going to sit around, wait and see if anything presents itself. But the longer they wait, I think a little bit of a call has been made here by Rare Atom to start moving their pieces around the board.
Yeah, I was going to say now A is the correct call because only one player's left here and maybe zero. They may just go for a gamble stack. Well, they don't have to, right? Usually you're going for that gamble stack if you want to make sure you have guns in the next round and money might be light, but they've got plenty of cash. Like they're flush with it. So you don't really have to worry. They will keep the anchor on A. That is Summer. Pressure will be applied. And I think, if Summer can't pull off something heroic, then I imagine that it will be just the save on the other side. 20 seconds left, though. The Huns are really taking their time about this.
They really, really are, and any resistance they face could be devastating. They're going to go and plant.
Oh, no.
There it is, the swing on out.
Oh.
The bomb will go down. Summer's only good for one, but reinforcements on the way. Marek's taking the scenic route round is a little bit of a worry. Spraying away, they're going to know exactly where Tiger's playing from here. Through the box is not going to be great, but Marek's found one and can activate 2 versus 2 now.
Oh my god, they're just trying to attract attention over at CT, but in the end, the attention is more than they attract. They attract the bullets as well, and Tiger will be gone. So is Merrick. Finally, the Huns get on the board again here in this second half. 11-5. Excuse me, not again. For the first time, they get on the board. 11-5 for Rare Atom. They still have plenty of cash to buy up, and even some in reserve.
Exactly. That's what happens when you've been so dominant. But the Huns, to their credit, they've got the round. They need to build something more. It has to be consecutive. Not just to try and destroy the economy for Rare Atom. If they want a chance to come back into this series. Because this is it. This is do or die grand finals. There is no lower bracket now. Has to be here. And Tiger's actually going to back away a little bit, worried that they don't have any information about what's lurking from underpass here. And good call, actually. Score has managed to work his way through, ahead of all of the Molotovs, ahead of all of the smokes, and now got to play into them.
Trades are good for the Huns, and then Score gets Lee Hang and Merrick as well. The Huns are into this. They've got a fighting chance now, unless Tiger clutches the 1v4. Not out of the question, but it's going to be difficult with the op in this spot. And there you go. Bartak finds the last, and the Huns trying to climb their way through and get back into this match.
They are indeed. I'll be curious to see what happens here, because Tiger's not really got all of the money needed. So there's going to be just a Desert Eagle on him. They win this round, they buy themselves breathing room. 11-7, possibly 11-8 off the back of what will likely be an eco the round after. And then suddenly that gap doesn't look all too bad. It's like Ancient all over again.
Score going to walk his way up towards ladder room. Not really much contention there. They're giving so much space to the Huns towards mid. Instead, they want to fight aggressively into apartments and garner some control in that direction. Lee Hang is so far up here that I don't know if it'll be cleared by Zerolt. Zerolt could be dead to rights. He absolutely is. He's not looking at all. Lee Hang finds the opener, and now they have full control of the B site and the apartments, meaning that you'd expect the Huns to go in the other direction, but no. Instead, they're leaning into it.
Double down. It's a risky decision. Score, though, there's an equalizing pick, and the pressure from Catwalk to crunch down on this site is good. And Bartak, a pick onto Lee Hang would be awesome, would open up a world of possibilities. And okay, jumps on up. Is he gonna clear this?
No, they won't now. That's good bait.
so tunnel vision, gets the first, needs to swing for the second to keep himself alive, finds it indeed, can't swing out now because there's an AWP trend on this angle, and I don't know if he's heard the scopes, but there it is, sniper rifle shot, baited out, and they've got a teammate behind, and the moment they try to escape, there it is, Tiger to pounce, and series point, tournament point even, has arrived.
I mean, that's just fantastic work from Merrick. Doesn't show up on the scoreboard necessarily, but he attracts all the attention, baits out the player's focus, allowing Lee Hang's position hiding in the shadows there to be that much more potent. They don't clear him. He gets one for free, has to earn the next two, but he's been good for it the entire series, and that will continue here. 18 frags on the board for him, a 2 KDR right here, and I mean, he's absolutely crushing it ADR-wise. It's rating and ADR-wise going to be a ridiculous finish here for Lee Hang. One more round, and Rare Atom are your champions of ECL Asia Cup number 3. Trades go through. Bart will find one on to Summer. Score looking for another. Back and forth we go. Neither team gaining the edge just yet. And now it'll be Rare Atom finding the frag from Tiger. 9 is fighting tooth and nail with Zerolt, and they will make it a 1v2 for Tiger.
Shot through the smoke. It's a Hail Mary, and the closer he creeps, he has to be so careful because he doesn't know where that second pincer is. Knows one's on site. If he can isolate these fights, there's one, and immediately draws out Zerolt, but unfortunately rounding the corner, spraying like a madman. They will cling on for yet another round. It's not over just yet, but still balancing right on the edge of this cliff.
Oof. 5 more rounds in a row required for the Huns. And okay, Rare Atom, I thought they would go for a half buy here. No, they are full sending it. 3 A1Ss, the P250 and the MP9 in their hands. They don't want to wait another round. They want to end it right here. Zerolt going out into underpass, doesn't see anything, so he'll just patiently wait here while the rest of his team appears to be poised to join him here in the direction of the B site, with the position of the bomb being in the T apartments. They do have some presence into mid because they want to make sure that they have control of it, or at least keep Rare Atom at bay in that direction, but this looks like it'll be a B finish.
It should
maybe
be,
not, actually.
Maybe, yeah. I've also just realized that they've given themselves the opportunity. They've kept the door open to head in towards there, especially with Zerolt having a little bit of a mosey over towards connector.
Bomb is still down.
Through the wall.
I imagine that was enough to send them towards B. Yeah, there we go. Like with the bomb leading in that direction, only 48 seconds left on the clock. You imagine that they will end up finishing there. The problem is there's still 2 players. Nice shots for score to open up the space. They could double back now if they want to. Child King keeps them at bay, and eventually they're just sending it B, thinking, oh, the rotations have to have gone through. Well, they haven't, Huns. You're going to have to work against the toughest opposition here that's left in Lee Hang, and he will get one, trading out his teammate's death, but not the second. It is Child King in a 1v2, gets the first, could end it right here in the 1v1 up against 9. Op is out and trained towards market. 15 seconds remain. Child King knows the bomb is down, just has to get the last frag, and Child King will. Rare Atom are your champions again here in Cup number 3.
Absolutely insane scenes coming on out here. We talked about it, the force buy, desperate just to close this out, and close this out they do. It's amazing. And yeah, there's a bit of a comeback, but Rare Atom look one step ahead every step of the way. There individually as a unit, it was just so good. You gotta give credit. Poor Zerolt did everything he could in this series, but alas, just not meant to be. Rare Atom, they've now won 2 of the cups, meaning there's only a maximum of 2 opponents they'll have to face in that regional final.
That's crazy. I mean, fantastic work from Rare Atom. I think that it's tough to recover sometimes when you lose that first map. It felt like they had the chance of coming back, and I mean, they had to shake off the thought that maybe it would be the same story as that previous one where they got 2-0'd, but was not the case at all. I love that they worked Dust 2 into the mix. I think that's what really threw the Huns for a loop, because previously it was Mirage every single time, and then Rare Atom's like, no, we're going to Dust 2 this time, and the Huns were not even competitive there. Even going into this Mirage, you it felt like maybe Rare Atom would be able to take control right to the finish line, but we did get fits and starts from the Huns, but it never became more than that.
No, it did not. And there's so many players that we could highlight. But let's take a look at how these players got here. It was the Huns winning that series to knock them to that lower bracket. And then Rare Atom, they decided vengeance is ours. And they win the whole damn thing. It's absolutely incredible. And the fact that they've been able to make such adaptations over such a short period of time to be able to win that second series all back here, it is really good good showings and really good signs here.
Yeah, no question. I mean, Rare Atom continue to build exciting teams here in Asia, whether it be a new iteration that from compared to the one I saw 2 years ago or not. But yeah, that's going to wrap things up. Grand finals taken by Rare Atom. The Huns denied, even though statistically they looked like they were doing better than Rare Atom over the last 3 months. That doesn't matter once you get to a grand final, and Rare Atom do indeed take it. For Affinity and myself, we are signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. There's more Challenger League coming up later on today, but for now, we are taking off. See you guys a little bit later.
ESL presents ESL Challenger League in partnership with Intel, Acer Predator, DHL, and Qiddiya.
I'll keep going till my secret calm below. I'll keep going till my secret calm below. I'll keep going till my secret calm below. I'll keep going till my I'll keep going till my I'll keep go till my secret calm.